That conversation with Alfonso.
And you talk to your brother, or maybe brother. The ghost of your brother, yeah.
Oh, that's right. We did do Speak of the Dead. Yeah, we did.
That's right. We did the Speak of the Dead, right?
Yeah, we did do that.
So you talked to him. We did that, and then everybody went to sleep. And then whenever we woke up, I went over to my old house, and then Damas got shot. That was really bad.
Yeah. You know what? That's fine. It's been a little bit.
Yeah. The rest of the time was we were trying to find out what the blueprints in my workshop are in the manor, so that way Cupcake could maybe make something, and then I cast a spell to try to speak of the spirits. But there were somehow spirits in my mansion in another dimension, so it was a little weird. So we had a little argument about that. We all had breakfast. We shoved a bunch of weird food into Cupcake, like cupcakes, cinnamon roll, and
Pause.
and pancakes.
Vorder.
We drank the salty fish drinks.
that's
travel. Yeah, and then we just traveled a bunch and then arrived here.
Yeah. Nathaniel, you take the inspiration. You might want to thank Ethan for the alley there. I'll ask Jaw, CJ, Alfonso, and Damas. Having seen, and then you, Damas, being the one getting shot, are y'all going to fight these people?
I would like to cast a spell.
Because if y'all are, we are going to roll initiative.
I feel like it depends on Damas.
Yeah, I would like to cast a spell either way, with or without his permission.
Am I tripping or did...
I told him I would do nothing.
Y'all aren't on
I will
that.
do
Y'all are
nothing.
in the carriage.
No.
Y'all waited.
Oh,
I just saw a flash.
Wait, where am I?
You're in the carriage.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else, if you're not on the map right now, you're in the carriage. But
do we want to
you
do
all
that
just
conversation first before we start?
Oh, so, yeah. Yes. So Mish, Jaw,
we can do it on like the next travel. That's
okay.
what
Oh,
we
it's
talked
not,
about
okay.
it.
I just didn't want
that's
to.
fine.
I got you.
Yeah,
no,
we're good.
He said he don't want to talk to you.
Yeah, he said.
What is that flash?
Yeah, please.
Who's doing it?
I don't know.
Give me a seizure.
Program is tripping. I can't open up my character sheet.
Try refreshing. Anyways, yeah. So, what are you going to cast? I guess if you're doing it without Nathaniel's.
Yeah, I'm just gonna instantly cast fucking shield.
Shield of Faith.
Shield of Faith. Sorry, thank you. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Shield of Faith. Just I don't know if he's fighting.
That should be fine.
Yeah, I don't know if he's fighting. If he's not fighting, either way, I want to protect him without fucking shooting his son.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything unless he asked for help.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
and then,
okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Plus 2 DAC, nothing.
Yeah. Pancake, Tiny, Mish, you all just heard, what was it, 6, 7 gunshots just go off in the forest. Are y'all going to run out here, or are y'all going?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to run out here.
Okay. So it's going to take y'all a second because y'all got to go down the driveway. But as Nathaniel, you feel all these all these bullets piercing through your skin. You see a familiar figure, kind of dressed in this long black garb with these this long kind of grayish hair. She says, "You knew what would happen if you came back."
I know. As I'm like fucking grabbing my
yeah,
I know. I had to see you.
Well, you saw me.
Oh, fuck. I'm so nervous. It's more than that. I just came to say sorry. Sorry for leaving you the way I did. It was cowardly.
She says it was, but Sorry, won't bring him back.
I know. Boy was old enough. He was. No, I'm not gonna say that. Fuck. I know. I know it's not gonna bring him back. And that's all I came here. I came to say sorry. And I want to try to make amends with you, with my family, before I leave.
You stopped having a family the day you left, like you did.
What was I supposed to do? You wouldn't even look at me.
Because how could I? You went and took him on this grand mission saying this was his right to become a man. Become a man like you did? You were raised by a giant lizard.
I know I was. And that's why you've been on my mind. I've seen a friend of mine make amends and ask for forgiveness, and whether or not she accepted it or not, I saw the weight that was lifted off his shoulders when he asked. And I'm just here to say thank you. And I'm sorry. Thank you for the life that we lived together. Thank you for showing me what it is to be human. Thank you for giving me 2 sons that I love and adore.
I wish I had something to thank you for. Did your friend bring home his dead son to his lover's arms? Did your friend leave his other son to be raised without a father?
No. No, you did not. But that's not the only reason why I'm here.
Well, spit it
Can
out.
I approach?
Yeah, you don't want to push it too far, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna also walk if he walks.
I'm
Just
gonna
get
walk a little
behind
bit,
him, but-
and as I'm walking, I'm gonna start talking, telling her, like, I don't want to die. I got men to kill. I got a father to find and wake up and question. I have a brother to locate. I have a debt to pay. And I have many dreams and much life to live after this. And I have a lot to do. Many battles to fight. But I stand before you, and I'm going to get a little bit closer, like right in front of her. And I said, I did come here for you. And I know everything I've done is not forgivable. But I love that boy, and I love this boy. But I knew I wasn't welcomed here. And yes, I took him on the job, but that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be like us. How can I deny the boy that? He heard our tales of grandeur and glory, of our bounties that we took him down. I thought he would be safe with me, and I was wrong. I'm gonna grab her gun, put it to my chest, and I say, but even with all my dreams that I have, and all that, and all my passion, they're yours. I'm gonna put it to my chest.
Roll a persuasion with advantage. If there's a guidance or if there's anything somebody would like
It-
to add.
I can bardic, but I have to talk, and that's up to Nathaniel or not, if he wants me to add something.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Then I'll step up, just a little bit, and I'll say, "Ma'am, it's not my place. It's not my life. Not my decision. But there's more to being a man than his dreams. And I know that regret will kill you faster than a silver bullet will." No, bardic him.
Yeah, roll it a d6, one of you.
I got you. Fuck you, Nathaniel. Big 6, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, that's big.
You see Nathaniel as you grab the barrel, and you see the gun kind of like trembling in her arms as you see these tears start to run down her cheeks very slowly. As she sits there and whispers in a voice really only you can hear, she says, I fucking hate you. But I won't deny that I love you just as equally. And she'll like embrace you in this hug.
I'll go back.
And
I want to.
yeah.
Yeah. I just hug her back, and I just want to just like, just start crying with her, just like.
Yeah, as y'all break down, Tiny, Jupiter, Cupcake, Mish, y'all all come to the scene where you see a bullet-ridden Damas with all this blood dripping down his back, hugging this old lady. What's going on?
Is it a group hug?
No,
You do-
Tiny.
No.
It's Tiny.
You see the boss like with his hand on his back, just like a fucking wall of fire just coming out of it.
Dog pile.
Wait, you said Damas is bleeding?
Oh, yeah, like profuse.
Oh. Can I summon Chuckles?
Solomon.
See other people?
I don't think
Chuckles.
Chuckles has ever healed my entire time being in this campaign. I don't think he's ever
So
healed.
either-
Chuckles.
the one time he had a chance, he ran away.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
believe
you
he
sh-
knows how to heal.
Yeah,
Okay,
you summon
let's see.
Chuckles, he's just kind of like
Chuck-
looking at you.
Chuckles, Damas is dying over there. Chuckles, you haven't been done yet. Listen, Chuckles, this is the one time you're gonna have to do this, and I asked that I will never ask for healing from you again, or maybe emotional support, but just this one time, can you heal him?
Roll persuasion check.
You have to persuade a healing spirit. You have to persuade a healing spirit.
Please, big.
Nat 20.
Big.
Oh, that's the only good roll for today.
Make sure you're marking down your spell slots, Mish.
Okay.
I do mark
I'll
down the
mark
second
them
level
down.
for
Back
you.
off the spell slot.
Yeah.
What's your spell? Something not even getting healed.
You have to
Chuckles.
persuade.
Chuckles. He looked. He says, "Look, Sarah, I think we got off on the wrong foot. It's just been really hard for me. The wife. We've been kind of struggling financially. This business isn't.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people use old Chuckles the clown anymore.
Yeah, I completely understand, Chuckles. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm sorry.
He says, "Is this where we hug?"
Yeah, this is where we hug, and then I hug him.
Yeah, I'll give you a little hug. He'll go walk up to Nathaniel. Nathaniel, you heal for 1d6.
I'm surprised she didn't shoot him.
Massive.
The clown?
Actually, roll it for...
You
What's
do
your
it
wisdom
multiple
modifiers?
times, right?
Yeah, because
Huh?
you can do it, but it's usually used in combat. Give me some...
My wisdom modifier is
4d6.
4d6?
Yeah.
40, because it's 4 rounds, right?
So now,
Well, no, it's up to your modifier.
Oh,
So like her modifier is 4, so it's 40. You heal for 13. As this tiny little clown comes and like kind of sets his hand on your back, you see Francisca kind of like looking at him. She's like, "What the fuck is that?"
is he okay? Is he okay now?
Yeah, the bullet holes close up. He's probably still not feeling great, but
lost a lot of blood.
I did lose a lot of blood. I said, I don't really know. Just a little thing that she summons.
yeah.
Oh,
So
boy. Thank
Yeah.
you, Chuckles.
Damash, you heal up a little bit. Nathaniel, you see a much more grown now, kind of darker skinned, half elven man, with this these two kind of revolver shaped pistols walk towards you. Not really with much to say.
Seeing you got better at shooting, son.
Said had a lot of time to learn.
Fuck, I don't know what to say. I guess I'll reach out for a handshake. See if he even takes my hand.
He says, "You might have won her over much easier, but I can't forgive the man that made my mom cry."
Fair enough.
You raise
Me
him
and
well.
you have a long life, boy. We're gonna be together for a while.
He says, "You're gonna need a lot of years to make it up to me."
That's fair.
He says, "Part of me wishes I never saw you again, but the other part missed you every day."
I never stopped thinking about you. I actually met a little elf girl who reminded me of you. She had
Really?
the same goofy smile.
Well, I hope she grows up much better than I did.
That's not fair. You had a good childhood, just shitty teen years.
Well, those are the most important years. That's what people say.
I'm just gonna be like, yeah, people do say that. It's like, this is so
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah,
Not really bad.
It's very-
Oh my
it's supposed to be.
You are a bad father in every.
I was a shit dad.
You didn't have a shit childhood. You had a shit teen years. Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing. Right? Demas doesn't really get family, right? He only knew a fucking dragon for like hundreds of years.
That's fair, but you can be a little more like, "Oh, son, how you been? You know, my bad for abandoning the family." That's
My bad. I got your brother killed and dipped.
like, there are so many things you can say, and you're like, your childhood wasn't that bad, but your teen years,
No, it wasn't.
them's were fucked.
All right.
Father of the year.
Let's go
That's why we
look
call
at
you
it.
dumbass, bro. God damn it.
I guess I'm gonna just I don't know. I want to end this conversation so bad. I don't know how to get out of it though.
Just limp away.
I'm like,
Well, see ya.
I gotta go
later.
again.
Good luck.
Let's
Well, skedaddle. Time for me to go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna look at both of them. I was like, can we go? Can we go to his grave? I'd like to be together.
Yeah, your friends are more than welcome to stay inside and do what they need. They kind of take you around, kind of a little bit deeper into the forest, kind of close to this running river, with this gravestone with Apollo engraved on a large kind of ceramic-looking stone, this kind of white granite near this stone, with some dead flowers at the bottom. They go over there. As you kind of go over there, Francisca looks at you. She says, a man had stopped by looking for you not long ago.
What does this man look like?
Red Dragonborn. He's very reluctant to give his name, but he had thought he could have found you here.
Oh,
We
Oh,
don't
man.
know where he went or where he's headed because we didn't know where you were, but
do you have a direction I could follow?
maybe headed towards the capital. It was kind of hard to tell.
All right. I think that Demas had a son. I think.
The
Yeah,
monster
you had two
Smog.
of them.
No, that's not Demas. That's Smog. sorry. Smog had a son, a real blood son. So I'm looking for him.
She said, "What are you gonna do when you find him?"
I want to ask him what kind of man my father was, and if he was there whenever he brought me back. If he was there whenever he found me. And I'm gonna pull out the Smog atrocities. And I'm
I
like,
forgot you had that book.
apparently, he was a real piece of work.
Said,
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, huh?
she said, "Not at all."
Damn!
He is pissed.
I would be too. I was an asshole.
Yeah, you said it.
Look, it's gonna take time for things to be as they were. You know that. I know and knew throughout our relationship the man Smog was, and I took your word for it throughout the relationship that wasn't him, but we can only lie to ourselves for so long.
That's true. And then, can I look at her and just like move her hair behind her ear and just like, gray looks well on you.
As well, I do not feel the same that I used to back in the day.
Well, you left her. Is that above table? But like you left her. I don't think you. I don't. I think the Riz cooldown is. It's not. Riz cooldown. I think it's just somebody like.
I left her like what 10 years ago. She should be good. She should be ready. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
How long is the risk cooldown?
She looks at you. She says,
What's the?
She says, "Look, Damas, I appreciate this, and you coming by gave us maybe a sense of closure, but it's going to take time for these things to heal."
I don't know. I wasn't expecting open arms. I actually came here ready to die.
Which is, well, we've been ready to kill you if you ever came back.
I don't know. I just wanted to see my family. I almost died a couple times now, and I've seen friends of mine almost die too. I just realized how short life was, and there's no room for regrets, and this is my only one.
You've got a lot more left in the tank than I do. What are you and your friends gonna do? And by the way, is your big friend, is he always just in a loincloth? Is that just how he walks around?
Yeah, that's the latest fashion.
Alright. You leave me and my loincloth alone.
Can I look down and make sure I'm not in a loincloth?
And then Alfonso switched outfits.
I don't think I could fit in that.
I'm like, yeah, that's just the way he dresses. I don't know what his deal is.
It doesn't leave much to the imagination.
Hey yo, it's tiny.
Is my wrist counter off?
Bro, I swear to God, like, I will fight you right here now. Oh, yo, this shit is so fucking quick.
Hey, let's run
Where
it.
my steel defender at? Hang on.
Who is that robot?
Can I make a perception check? Make sure Tiny's not checking on my wife.
Y'all are in the forest right now. Y'all are like a little bit of ways.
Nowhere near y'all.
Can I try to talk to
Oh,
his
that's
son?
Yeah, if
I just
you
want
like.
to like look over, and whenever he looks over, I want to like reach out and introduce myself. I guess.
Yeah,
Shake
he
his
looks
hand
over.
if possible.
Says, my name is Zara. Sorry for the rude introduction. That
Sarah.
we've got some history.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit, but I mean, it's not really my place to step in, especially not when you're shooting 6 fucking bullets in what was that, 6 seconds? Damn, that was impressive.
Yeah.
You know, I'm kind of nosy. I'm a bard. Can we talk to the side, just you and me?
Sure.
I just want to like pull him away from earshot from Damas.
Mm-hmm.
Just like over here somewhere, like in the forest, where we can still see everything, of course. I would say I've been traveling with Damas. I think he's your father. I don't. It's a little confusing right now because the way y'all are talking and whatever.
He is.
Yeah,
I will say, looking at him, the resemblance is pretty uncanny.
it is. Y'all both are gorgeous. I do have to say. But what? Again, I don't know the details. I don't know when he left. What really happened? I've heard a little bit from him. But again, it's not really my place. I didn't want to pry. But what kind of man is Damas? Like, from your point of view, being his son.
Says not to spoil the view of your friend here, but I would consider him to be less value than just the ground we walk on. He when I was young, my older brother would always rant about being like my mom and my father. He wanted nothing more than to be like Damas. So one day, Damas had finally given in and taken him on what was said to just be an easy mission, as he kind of puts up these air quotations.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing out of the blue for my dad or my brother came back limp in his arms. He didn't. When that happened, Damas, he had stayed maybe a day or so, and he had left with nothing more than a letter stating how regretful he was, and we hadn't heard from him for 10 years now. So for about the better part of my life, I've grown up without a father. And now he comes back just with this group of friends. He's found a new family, I suppose. If I would just warn you that
Watch my back.
maybe if he messes up,
Yeah.
he might just be quick to leave.
Yeah. I ask you this not to like pry in your, family life, because honestly, it's not my business. I thought about waiting in the carriage, but I made a promise with my God, actually, that I would write a story about our group, write a tale, because apparently this group has caught the eyes of the gods. And you don't have to tippy toe around words about him. I have my own view of him. His good deeds, his bad deeds, what he felt coming here. so you won't tarnish anything.
If it were up to me, I'd have the whole world know what kind of man he was.
Yeah. Well, you're looking at a man that can do that. I'm a bard and a cleric, you know, but I plan to tell the world about these people, about who they are, what they've done, what they've achieved, what regrets they have, and boy, let me tell you, and I'm gonna lean in and like look at Damas with him. You already don't fuck with him, I could tell, but he had a terrible panic attack in my mansion last night and cried for hours. And I'm not here to try to sway you to like him or anything, but I want you to know when I first joined this group that you are one of the first things he ever said to me, or mentioned, sorry, about his family. And he talks about y'all a lot. And respect is given and then lost, of course, and then after you lose it, you have to earn it back. But from man to man, I ask that you, if not for him, but for your mother, at least shake his hand when he leaves. Because, believe it or not, that man has saved all of our lives, put his own life at risk for no reason. I mean, we were traveling with that big fucking polar bear, that scary lady. Terrifying. She's the sweetest angel, but she's fucking terrifying. He jumped in front of a giant fucking cult leader to save her life. Not because, you know, she owes him something. No, like, because that's the type of man he showed himself to be. He didn't ask for thank you. He didn't ask for praise. He put his life on the line for some dickhead at a druid grove. He shoved his face in... Is Ethnar known? Like, is that like a known beast?
No.
No, what was Eldritch? Yeah. He shoved his face into the ass of an Eldritch beast and blew fire. Shut up. And blew fire to kill him, to try to save a random person. So,
Random person.
I think his achievements that you have not seen, but as a teller, like as of myself, I think he deserves at least a handshake. You don't even have to look him in the eyes. You don't have to kiss his feet he walks on. He cares about your family, and he regrets everything. I'm not saying forgive him. That was fucked up what he did. But he's not as bad of a man as you think he is.
Roll persuasion.
I get advantage on that, right?
No, that's not performance. That's charisma.
Oh, performance. So persuasion. I'm a bard. Fuck it. I'm bardicking myself. I'm patting my own fucking back.
Damas, the dragon eater.
Persuasion, right?
The ass eater.
Damas, the ass eater. 21 plus a d6. 23.
Okay, 23.
That's not bad.
You look, as the conversation kind of continues, you look like you're kind of getting through to him. He says, "Yeah, I see your point. I can respect him as a person, but as a father, that's still to be gained."
I understand. I understand. My father wasn't always around. It's different reasons, of course. But I thank you for being honest with me. A lot of people will kind of be iffy, maybe threaten me, you know, just I appreciate it. And I'll shake his hand and kind of guide him back.
Give you
to
a handshake.
Yeah.
Yeah. he comes back. Damas, Francisca, y'all sitting there looking at your child's grave. Is there any other conversations going on there? Or are we?
I guess just reminiscing about like
Yeah.
our life together.
Yeah.
Because we were together for a while before we even had the boys, and then, like I said, our oldest son was like 16 whenever he died.
Yeah. And I'll sit there and reminisce for a little bit. Zara comes back.
Damn, that was some good weed.
Yeah. He comes back. He kind of looks at you. He says, something that I don't know if they told you. The guy looking for Damas, he tried to put on a friendly facade, but I think he wants all of you, not just him. Y'all are all just grouped in with him. Y'all are off at the grave.
Bounty hunter?
I don't know about that, but he seems to.
What do you look like?
Why do you
was
say
a
that?
dragonborn.
Why do you say that?
Well,
Tall, red.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
yeah, we do. It's Smog's only son.
No. Like in character, we weren't there for that conversation.
We were there. No. We were there for when the judge was talking about it. We can assume he's a dragonborn.
No, we didn't know who went to see Damas's family though.
Oh, I was next to it. I heard. I can read lips from.
You were there. No, we weren't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were.
Sorry. I thought. Yeah.
My fault. I
I'd
should have
say,
specified.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. He looks shy. He says, "Y'all are wanted people, but the fact that y'all's bounty hasn't gone away yet, and after, I mean, something as trivial as a murder, honestly, is. I think y'all should be cautious about y'all's next move."
Yeah, I think, and I'm only telling you this for two reasons. One, you're Damas's son. Love it or hate it. The underdog's on top. 50 Cent. What was I saying? 50 Cent destroyed me.
Many
oh,
men.
Many men. Yeah, the only reason I'm telling you this is also for your safety. There are powerful people in play in this world, in Sindor, that I believe we are sticking our nose in to their ass, and they don't like it. Kind of like what your father did with Ethnar. Like, we're finding things that they're trying to hide, and so I think what you're saying kind of tracks with that. So make sure that you and your mother are safe, and if this is y'all's home, maybe try to protect it a little more.
Can I talk to him and ask him to
Yeah,
come with us?
are y'all coming back?
Yeah, you're at the grave. You didn't hear any of this.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I guess we'll be making our way back. Our conversation probably would have been wrapping up.
Mm.
And like on the way back, I'm talking to Francisca, and I'm telling her like, it's not safe. From what you're telling me, like there's powerful people. I pretty much said the same thing that you said. Like, but just to her now is like there's powerful people. They're hunting us down, and from what you said, like a random man just showing up looking for me. It's not a coincidence. I think they're probably gonna try to get to y'all to get to me. So please, I'm asking you to come with us, or at least move to a city somewhere where there's a lot of people around. Now that out here is secluded.
She says, "We move around, but Damas, you know more than anybody that I'm not a city person."
I know, but it's safer. Last thing I want is to try to find you again, and you're laying on the ground lifeless.
We'll move around, or actually make a persuasion check.
Big persuasion, big persuasion. Ooh, fuck!
Yeah. On a 12, she says, we'll move around. We have contacts still, but the city wouldn't be any safer. If it's if it's powerful people at play, the government will know, and we've never been big on trusting the government.
Smart.
Don't worry. I know. I don't trust him either. It's just I don't want nothing to happen to you.
She says, I may not look like it, but I can still defend myself.
I like to hold my side where she shot me and be like,
Mhm.
I'm tracking that.
So I may not be as quick as I used to, but we'll move around. I'll try to keep you updated as to where we are, but it might be a little slow.
Does she have a god phone?
No,
Does the son? I was just about to ask that.
no, neither of them have it.
I like to
As-
pull my god phone out.
Well, as y'all ask them, they say, people see everything you do through that, right?
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
they control.
I mean, these are government manufactured devices. This is, if they want to know where somebody is, that's the first thing they look for.
Can Cupcake make a sending stone?
Not right now, I don't think.
Okay,
She's
well,
not
that's
high
the
enough
case.
level.
Would I be able to remove the tracker?
You could try.
We'll get to that. If they want me to, then maybe I'll try.
Yeah, I'll ask Cupcake if she could try to remove the tracker from my god phone.
Guidance.
Yeah, do you walk over there, Cupcake?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. As you walk up, you see Francisca kind of like, she says, "Aren't you a little hot with all that fur?"
A little. I've gotten used to it.
Is that a fish robot?
Yep.
Tomas, you surrounded yourself with some people here.
He's my buddy.
I'm in the back, just like
I'm shaking my loincloth like a drish.
Shaking ass.
I'm staring her son up and down.
Sarah's.
I've been
interesting.
aura farming this whole time.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No,
Aura
no.
farming.
Him and Onyx in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, CJ standing on top of a tree. We see the fit.
No, we see the fit. We're like Sasuke just posted.
Yeah,
Like Killua on the back of a horse.
yeah.
Just saying that they just crossed his arm.
Yeah,
I just think he's walking down the driveway very slowly, still just.
So here's what we're gonna do, Cupcake. You're gonna make it with advantage only because this is gonna be removing the tracker from everybody's phone. So
Okay.
you really need this.
It's my last bardic. Do
You
we
want
need
to guide
it?
me?
Actually, hold on. I gotta pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Do we need my bardic? or
I don't
anything
think
else?
so. It is advantage.
I will
we don't
say
know what's
there
gonna
are
happen.
There are consequences for failing
Yeah.
this check, but I'll
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm.
Oh.
I can
You
use the
said it
last
was your
bardic.
last Bardic?
Yeah, and then we
I've
can
got a-
also guidance from you.
She still has a
I
fate
think I'll
token.
be okay. I
can
also have
I
inspiration.
can guidance for free.
Oh,
Wait,
Demas has
how do I have
inspiration?
inspiration?
No, Demas has it.
I
Yeah,
do
the
have
boss has
inspiration.
It doesn't transfer over.
Okay.
You probably
Then
had it in
the
the
last
sessions.
session.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if we bardic guidance,
It's what,
I think
D4
guidance is the
plus
only thing needed. I don't think we need the bardic.
we don't need a plus
'Cause we don't know what's gonna happen. Like
This is
down
probably
the-
gonna be a, this is
down the
probably gonna be a
road.
high number though.
Yeah, I'm assuming at least a 18 to 20 DC.
Yeah, I was thinking
I have a
probably
plus
higher
7.
than 20.
we flip a coin, heads or tails.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you. It's your Bardic.
I don't have a bardic.
No, it's me.
No, up to Craig.
It's the last
Did
one.
you stack?
Huh?
Yeah. Okay. I'm back. Yeah, it is his last one, and we've got at least 2 hours left in this session.
Oh.
Throwing that out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't get him back on short rest yet. That's next level up.
Either way, I will guidance.
Do you want to
Fuck it, roll it.
I did.
No. That I think just that'll be fine.
Big 4.
She has a good bonus.
I do.
And Demas, you have a inspo if you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
That's
27.
huge.
Cupcake, as you kind of start to go into like the machinery of this phone, all these wires and different things, you see on the circuit board like this little kind of silver plated almost looks like one of those small Lego studs, you know, kind of on the circuit board with the initials GD on it. As you notice, you see that it doesn't exactly fit in. So you go, and you kind of peel it off, and you see this timer on it as it starts to count down as you begin to remove it. But you cut it off fully as the timer just fully stops. As you get
Like it
that
was a
done on
bomb?
everybody's phone. And yeah, everybody's phone is now much more limited, I will say. Y'all don't have like the internet access, but you're still able to like call each other and stuff.
See, this is why I have a sending stone.
Yeah, man, I
And a
can't play
whip.
solitaire on the God
I'm
phone
gonna-
no more.
I'm gonna
Yeah, no-
pull out
no
my
Balatro on
sending
the God
stone.
phone.
I'm gonna kiss my
No
sending stone and put it
Balatro.
back in my pocket.
Doesn't your friend have the God phone?
My friend.
You don't have.
Didn't
She
you-
doesn't have a God phone right now.
She had one.
Yeah,
doesn't
she
have
gave
one
it to
Yeah, but who'd she give it
Give
to?
it to Vera.
Shoddy even.
She's not with us.
Gave
The
it-
tracker's still in her phone.
That is true. Well, she's on her own. Well, it is what it is.
Isn't she in the village? Yeah, the grove.
it
Can't
is
they
what it
track
is.
the grove now?
Yeah, they can.
That grows
Yeah,
strong.
they're on their own.
They're on their own. It's crazy.
They're all right. Surely they're okay.
Like, what am I gonna do? Okay, let me listen. The last 50 messages I sent to Vera were Aldo and a wall. She didn't reply to me once. And let me just
Donut Walt is crazy.
let me text her one more time.
Look at ego.
Get rid of the God phone.
High or low, Mish?
Low.
Okay, it was at 18. You don't get a response.
Oh, she did.
No, Walt again.
Oh shit, homegirl really
Look at
blocked her
that.
on the sending stone.
Got ghosted.
Oh my. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Caleb,
ghosted.
can I make a history
Hey,
check
okay.
and try to
Four.
remember if my family? I like walked away once Cupcake mentioned what was inside the phone,
Mhm.
and can I remember anything about my family being a part of the building of God phones?
They weren't as much. Yeah, make a history check. Yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, it did have the initials in it, didn't it?
Shut up! Don't say it out loud.
My fault.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud. 17. That's not bad.
On a 17, you don't think that they had much to do with the like making of the God phones, but you do know kind of around before you left for college, they were getting into like the technology space more, like investing in stuff and a lot of technology.
Do I know who? Was it my father, my sister, my mother?
It would have been more your father, because it would have been a mix of your mom. That'd be like the first time your mom and your father actually like got together for
To work
business.
something?
Yeah, because your father was more like the money handling guy, but your mom was like the government advisor, and they were like together.
So I can make assumptions on that.
If you'd like.
I'm gonna take the trackers and stop on them.
Okay. Yeah, they crush immediately. They
We're walking on the trackers.
not survived that.
Oh,
I'm gonna look at Sarah and be like, "You're saying your name is Sarah?
Yeah.
My name is Sarah. My name is Sarah. But can I draw you?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Boy, alone. He's just a boy.
He's just a.
He's like 20 now.
He's 12.
He's like 23. Something like that.
He's a grown ass man. He's your
Alright.
age.
Sarah's a predator.
I'm gonna whip out my drawing kits and then I'm gonna start painting a portrait of him.
Yeah, it's a pretty good portrait. It's not a bad one.
Okay.
She's gonna
He's here to
pocket
be a
it and keep
12-year-old
it.
boy.
Yeah, she's not gonna give it to him. She's just gonna keep it. I just want to remember your face.
He's like, I'm gonna.
Hand her number on a
And
God
write
phone.
smut about Damas's son.
I read it.
Yeah, you know, my son looks just like me. Okay. Keep the
Dub.
My son looks just
Tanya
like
says, "Can I
mine.
have that? Can I have that?"
I'd like to go
This
into
is
that
not
later.
this is not for whatever you think it is.
She did
Can I
find
make
it
an
is.
inside check on her? Let me make an inside check on Sarah. Make sure she's not gonna
Inside.
goon to my son later.
Insight.
She ain't gonna put doodle to the picture of your son?
What the hell? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
What?
Sarah, what are you feeling? What are you gonna do that picture?
Listen, it's not gooning related, but I will.
We can hang it in the
I'll-
mansion.
What?
Like, I'll tell you later on, but it's not for anything sexual or romantic.
We can hang it in the mansion.
Huge. That's all I want to know.
Hang it in the mirror. Yeah, you do that.
Not for me. At least.
Hey, it don't hang too far from this
Yeah,
bed, huh?
I'll lean into Zara, and I'll be like, "Hey, you don't know me. I don't know much about you, but if y'all get into trouble, call this number. And I'm gonna send or write down the number to my dad's butler."
Hmm.
The one that actually fucking answered when my dad didn't fucking answer. Punk ass.
Yeah.
Um,
Has he called you back yet?
he still hasn't fucking pitched. Call this number.
Yo, your dad just like me for
No cap. Mention my name, and they should be able to help you. It's not a guarantee, but my family has power, and if they're available to come and help you, they should.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
like
Look, you gave this to Zara or Francisco?
To Zara.
Zara, yeah. He looks at you. He says, "Yeah, my mom probably wouldn't be too good with these, but we'll let you know. What is y'all's next move? Your next step?"
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah, I would.
Would you like to know kissy face?
Yeah, y'all seem like the kind of people that hang out with my dad.
Yo, what the? What
No,
the?
we,
What do you mean by that?
I don't know when the trees have fucking ears and eyes, man. But we do plan on traveling a little north. For now, there are stuff that we're gonna do and stop. So I can't really give you an exact place. I don't even know myself, to be honest. We're
He
just
says, I was just wondering, so I know what y'all be up to next. But y'all are,
yeah.
I mean, understandably, just being a little weird about it. But,
Yeah,
I
well,
won't,
the-
I won't.
Well, we just don't know where to go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what we're doing next. We're just kind of going north. That's why I'm saying that.
Oh well.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna be in the capital in the next few weeks. I think.
Yeah.
So roughly in that area, yeah, for sure. If you need anything, just we'll be in that direction for sure. And I think any of us will come.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know. We usually just live off of the land, but we even when Damas was here, he was kind of poor, so we never really got anything from town or anything like that.
Yeah, I could tell. I'm just looking at him.
Well, that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
He just
Believe
looks
it or
at you
not,
weirdly, Sarah. He just kind of looks at you, Sarah, like,
Yeah, even yeah, believe it or not, that big guy with no clothes on is actually our bank. He owns a bank. It's the Bank of Tiny. It's a thing.
where does he keep it?
In his loincloth, where else?
We don't really ask.
You have a prison pocket?
I have a bag of holding.
Where do you keep that?
It's tied to my waist.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's actually not a loincloth. It's just a bag of holding on string.
I am in a bag of holding at the moment. I am actually a mimic.
Yeah. That I could believe.
Oh, my name is Edwin.
Yeah. Any other things going on?
Oh, I'll ask later. It's fine.
What are you gonna ask?
No, I was gonna ask what the late brother's name was, but it's probably not the time. So I'll just wait and ask Tomas.
Okay. Yeah. So any other questions y'all have for Francisca? Zara. I mean, Sarah, you've been like eyeing Zara down. He's
Dude, I am too. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I've been
mean,
eyeing him.
right. Blue.
No, I was just
Damn.
trying him. Just trying him.
was good.
What?
No,
What?
Zara, not you.
Oh,
Yeah.
side eye.
Damas, he kind of looks at you. He says, "There is one thing I wanted to talk to you. You know, something I've kind of thought about as the years have gone on." Damas.
Of course, son. What do you want to talk about?
I think I kind of want to enter that fighting tournament in the city. Mom,
Down this road
Mom
before.
doesn't really like it, but with the money and what I could get from it, it might, we'd never really have to work again.
Yeah, no. If you join me, I was thinking about doing that too. But you got to convince your mother to join us.
This is actually you roll the persuasion, Damas.
Demas, you did this before. You've been down this. You played these games before.
fucking
This is the exact same thing as your other son. Oh my god, Demas.
Who's gonna
Oh
die
my
in the
God.
tournament?
Have
Oh,
you
I love
learned
that y'all typed
nothing?
it at the
kill
same
you.
time.
Have you learned nothing?
Y'all quit spoiling shit.
I'm gonna kill you, Demas,
I'm
before your
playing, I'm
fucking
playing.
old wife.
You've played these games before.
Or I failed, so she's gonna say, "Fuck no, boy! You get the fuck out
I
of
thought it was a
here."
private
Yeah, in
conversation.
persuasion, Francisca just like gives you a side eye.
Yeah, like,
she knows. She knows
You
something's
trying to
wrong.
hurt us. I want to actually on second thought. I think it's best you stay with your mother. I'll win the money and I'll send it to y'all.
He says, "Are you sure you can?"
Can I pull all my gold out? And I was like, this should help y'all get along. 198 pieces of gold.
He says, "Yeah, that'll definitely be enough to get us through the. That'd be enough for us to get
Right?
around."
Ew. Oh, nothing. I thought, is winter coming?
No, it's the. I'm basically timing it around the same year it is right now, so it's like February, March.
Here,
Okay.
here's an extra 100. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Can I like side eye you? Like, oh, why are you helping my family right now? What are you trying to get into?
No, You know what? I'm gonna hand it to Zara and be like, maybe this could help you out a little more. And just stare longingly into his eyes.
Zara, who's Zara?
Thank you.
Son?
My
Is that
boy.
Zara or Sarah?
My
Zara.
boy.
Zara, right?
Zara.
Zara.
Zara? Oh,
Zara?
with an E? How do you spell it? Z-E-R?
Zera.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Zara then.
Sarah and Zara.
Yeah. Yeah. So I slide him an extra 100 to make sure that they're taken care of. Especially
Gotcha.
travel if they need.
Let me clear out my gold. I have no more money. By the way, I am poor.
Laugh with rage.
Well, we know.
What? Francisco says, "Who's that robot?"
Oh.
Who's that
What do you
robot?
mean
saying
by
that?
that?
I accidentally quote unquote slip and a sexy drawing of a robot falls out.
Oh no, my loincloth is blowing in the
I
wind.
think I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, leave my life alone.
That's of a Dookie Bear.
That's Dookie Bear. You know, you love Dookie Bear in the mansion.
I did.
Yeah. So Nathaniel couldn't quite convince them to come with you. What are y'all doing? Anybody got any things they want to do or?
No, I'll just say that, yeah, we are planning on joining that tournament and the proceedings. Quite a lot of money, but I'm sure Damas is going to send home his winnings for y'all. So
Of course.
put a little trust into his dumbass.
We don't try not to worry about us. We've handled ourselves alone as they kind of like look at you, Damas, for a little bit now, but I'm glad to see that he's surrounded by people that care.
Yeah.
That guy's been sitting on that horse for this whole time. Is he okay?
Oh yeah, he's kind of charging up almost like. Yeah. He cast aura a little while ago and it just hasn't gone away. So he's just waiting for the spell to wear off. But
I'm about to hit her with some shit right now.
he does
He
talk.
lights up along with a finger.
He stumbles a little. But,
Damn. Okay, that was pretty sick.
like I said, he's still waiting for the spell to wear off. He does talk if you want me to call him over.
No, we
Just
we don't want to halt y'all anymore. It sounds like y'all have got much bigger things to get to.
Yeah. Just remember what we talked about in the forest alone, and I'll wink at Damas.
Yeah.
I like look at it like, what does that mean?
Wipes his mouth.
What did you do to my son?
I gotta get back to
Oh my
Damas
God.
somehow. I gotta get back to Damas for.
Oh my god.
Don't say
Cupcake
it, please don't say it here. Please don't say it here.
Cupcake has a heart attack. Fucking 5 on a death
I
save.
forgot.
Too much salty fish drink.
Mhm. Yeah. So, what are y'all doing? Y'all heading out? Y'all talking? What's going on?
Can I have a clicker thing that when I press a button, my steel defender runs over to me?
Yes.
Big.
Sure.
Homie
Press that
doctrine
button.
the steel defender.
Oh yeah.
What? You see another kiss mark on his medal.
Oh hell no.
He's passed.
I'm gonna wipe it off. What is that?
You getting
stuck on.
Getting tossed.
He's got 3 now.
I don't even know what that means. I just keep wiping it off. You have a fucking grease leak or something?
There's a
You
goon
probably
marking.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, I guess I'll say my goodbyes and go try to aura farm with CJ. I'll shake his hand and tip my little hat to Mrs. Damas, or formerly Mrs. Damas. But yeah, I'll shake Zara's hand and.
Yeah, he gives you a
Yeah.
handshake. As you all start to head out.
What's aura? Is that performance? I got you. 19, not bad.
Well, you have advantage on performance
Oh,
checks.
see, hold on. Let me just roll them done then.
Let's see, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, that's even
yeah.
worse.
2 nat ones.
Damas, as everybody kind of starts to head out, Zara, your son, much more a man now than a boy, kind of reaches out your hand and looks you dead in the eye.
I take it. I take his
Yeah.
hand in his mouth. Like,
You take it, and then he, the second you grab his hand, he like yanks you in and then pulls you in for a hug.
I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm
What?
fucking-
That's what I was.
Yeah, and as he does, he kind of talks you, and he says, "Don't lose in the tournament."
I said, I swear to you, I'll make you proud to have me as a father again.
Yeah.
And I am so,
No, go ahead.
and I'm sorry for missing out on so much of your life, but I would never. Once I get this money and save the world, I'll come
Save
back.
the
here.
world.
I'll come back here and we will live a life. That I swear to you.
He says, "It's like you said, we've got a lot of life to live, and after a talk with that weird twink over there, I don't want to spend all of it hating."
Yeah, he is a fucking twink, isn't he?
Yeah,
I can read lips, by the way.
he really is.
I can understand every single thing you're saying. So I'm blowing kisses, I'm winking, let me do a backflip too.
Twink mode activated.
Fucking 20, yeah, backflip. That was a sick ass backflip. I'll flip you off and say, "You can't do that though, punk."
I can see if he can.
No, I was talking to Damas. I don't.
Oh, I was
he's-
gonna say.
Yeah, no, his son's cute. I don't.
I'm gonna wave his son.
I'll do a backflip.
He waves you goodbye. He says, "What's the deal with the rock-eyed girl?"
Be careful with that one.
Nobody really knows.
She collects blood.
Oh,
No,
she a vampire?
that was a one time. That was one time. That was for a potion. I'm yelling out as
Yeah,
I'm
also,
walking away.
What's wrong with
Like
vampires?
she also shits on walls.
That
Oh,
is not true.
She eats off the floor. There's a
We had to get out
difference.
of jail somehow.
I was gonna say that last part, but I was like, just be careful with that one. She is
That
a
is not true. I did not shit myself. I'm
Just
very
walking
good.
around.
I did not shit myself.
You see what I mean?
What'd you do to Donald Trump, bro?
Oh my god. Made a bunch of fucking fish drink.
Leave it for the family so they can enjoy it.
Not good.
You make it out of the well
If I
water?
did it, would I
I'm
be
making
able
something.
to do this? Well, hold
I
on.
don't really know.
Yo, she cooking us some
Would
purple
I be able to do
powder.
this?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh,
I'm making meth.
Would I be? Would a wall shitter be able to do this? I
Would a
flip
wall
back with my wings, and my hood falls off. My majestic hair is flowing in the wind. I look fucking magnificent. Would a wall shitter do this?
Why you flirting by doing backflip?
what if this is the moment my son falls in love with you? You just you like doing a backflip, and just like
Would
what
all
a
shitter do this?
He's just like,
That's how I met your mother.
Yeah, his
What?
eyes gaze on
What's
you a
going
little
on
bit
with your
longer as y'all are all starting to head out. Damas, you start to walk away. Your family becoming smaller and smaller in the distance as you walk down the driveway. Oh, do you have another?
On our way out, right? I like to turn around and I'm gonna use one of my key points
Mhm,
to do a breath of fire into the air,
mhm.
and I'm gonna use the colorful fire. Remember how I said how I did a funeral fire? That was like a rainbow fire. I'm gonna do that into the air, and then I'm gonna tell her, like as I'm walking away, like to the most beautiful woman, I will be back, and I will win your heart again.
Yeah. You see her like blushing a little bit, like putting her hand over her mouth. And then put some youth back in old Francisca. As you all walk away out of the driveway.
And I
back to
aura
the car.
farm as I walk. Maybe
Yeah, you
the
can't catch
rainbow
up to
fire
CJ
looks
as
like
well.
the rainbow fire looked like my rainbow hair. Ha, 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 ha.
Me and CJ are aura farming right now.
Okay, can we all aura farm? Can we hold hands and aura farm?
Yeah,
World performance.
everybody aura farms on their way out.
Oh, Sarah
You guys
falls
have
each shit.
no aura.
Sarah actually shits herself while she's aura farming.
But not a wall shitter. So.
Oh no. Oh no.
Certainly a kind of aura.
Hey.
Yeah, so you're all back on the road again. Jaw, is there something you wanted to talk to Sarah about?
Oh yeah. Oh, let me find my.
What is it, Baldy? You're looking at me weird.
I'm still back at the well.
Every time I look at you, I see the divine radiance that comes off of you.
I mean, there's better ways to flirt, but like thank you, Jaw. Thank you. I'm gonna pat his bald head. Pat, pat.
Please do not touch me, and I do not mean it in a flirty way.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Okay, what did you mean?
I mean, there is a divinity that comes off of you. It is hard to look away from.
Didn't we? Wasn't I like? Yeah. I mean, that one guy said I was an ASMR, right?
Did he?
No, did he?
Did he? I'm waiting.
Did he?
I think
Okay.
I think we've all sort of known you were an ASMR for a while, at least.
Well, I guess
think we've
everyone
heard of.
except me. Everyone except me knew what I was, and I had to find it out from some other guy. And
Do you know
Okay.
anything of your divine past?
see, that's the thing, right? I think trying to find out will just cause more troubles. And like, I really like you guys. I like all of you, and I don't want any harm upon you. And if I really am from a divine god family, there's got to be a reason I'm not with them anymore, right? And that reason may put everyone in danger. And I'm not trying to risk around and find that. And besides, I already have a family. I have the people at the Grove. I have you guys. So why would I chase after a god that abandoned me?
Well, if you ever change your mind, I may have at least an inkling of somewhere to begin.
I appreciate it, y'all.
Of course.
But can we all agree that I did not shit myself?
I think there are multiple witnesses to the contrary.
Yeah, I definitely did not shit myself, and I'm gonna walk over to Damas and I'm gonna hand him a portrait of his son and his wife, and just in case you miss them, the journey ahead is long. I just wanted you to have a photo of your family, and with the gob phone, the shenanigans, all that.
I would like to grab it and pull it to my chest and just it's like a single tear come down. Thank you.
I'm just gonna look away and then look back and say, I did not shit myself, and then I'm gonna look back again.
You're gonna go remind everybody in the carriage that she didn't shit herself.
I did not shit myself.
Did not shit myself.
Can she roll for persuasion? Because I am not persuaded.
Weren't you the one locked in the cell with her?
What the fuck?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, man. You heard some of the noise she was making?
That was to distract the guards. We both know that. We were in the same sound to us.
I'm just kidding. I pat you on your back.
Careful. too hard. Yeah.
Roll for shit.
Con save. We're fucking all laughing at poop jokes. That's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Yeah, so as you're all back in the carriage, I'm kind of passing time. It's been about 3-4 days at this point. Y'all been traveling for a little bit. I need somebody to make a higher low check.
My dad's.
Oh, do I have my? I have danger sense up.
You need to make the check first to see if you're going to use it.
Is it anybody or just one person?
Anybody. Somebody just say
Alright.
high or low. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. It's a 14. Y'all kind of keep going on this travel. And CJ, you start to get a little ringing in your head. Cool.
Kind of slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Grab my face. Like, I don't know, guys. I feel like something's not right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or we're farming too hard.
Hey, man. Can I send my Raven up and just look around in like a 300-yard radius real quick?
Yeah, I'll roll perception for the Raven. Okay, he rolled pretty good. He looks up, kind of comes back down to you. He can't really see anything. He sees the outer gates of the city up ahead, kind of indicating that y'all are somewhat close, but nothing immediately near y'all.
Yeah, I don't know. Never mind, guys. I guess I was tripping.
As this ringing kind of turns into this fiery feeling, as you see down the road, the human form of your patron sitting there just kind of looking at you dead in the eye.
Oh my god. Why are you here?
He says, "Oh, I expected a little more respect in your way of greeting me, but are you ready?"
Yes, I guess I'm ready.
Well, you must your compatriots, I was under the impression they were going as well.
I said alcohol.
Hey, this is horrible timing, but my girl just brought me spaghetti. She's outside. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay, I'm gonna put my hit points back to max.
yeah, y'all can take a long rest if you
Oh,
want.
long rest.
Okay.
So,
I'll get Chuckles
but
back.
for fair warning, y'all aren't gonna be there long, but y'all are going to hell.
Okay.
So if there's, any,
Dub.
if there's any planning, if there's anything you're wanting to do, now's your
Do
time. Yeah, they're all going
I
to
would've
see
known
the 7 Devon or the fucking 9.
The 7
Devon Lords.
Devons.
Yeah, 7
Seven.
Devons.
7
Yo.
Devons.
Yo, what are we in hell right now?
What are we in the worst place ever?
Yeah. But questions y'all want to know the answers to, these guys will probably know, but yeah, nothing's free.
Mirror, mirror on the
Do
wall.
I wanna
who's
learn
the
about my
biggest
brother?
penis of them all?
How many toilets do you guys have in hell?
How does your bathroom system work? Where do we?
What do we?
How
What's
How
guys
many
can
anime
get on
waifu merchandise apparel shops are there?
Just want to play Fortnite. Like, where's your PC?
Can I quit 90s in here?
Where's
Where
that
do
League of Legends ping?
But like Cupcake, you could ask them how to build like the most crazy device in the world, and they'd be able to tell you.
For
If
your
she's here.
soul.
Wait, if I asked them who my brother is, would they be able to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You gotta be specific. These genie rules.
Would
they're
they
not
even
genie
fuck
rules.
with Sarah?
Uh,
Would they
you,
even
don't,
Oh,
fuck
find
with
out. We'll
Sarah?
find out.
She is,
We'll find out.
you don't
They
know.
would probably not fuck with 3 members of our party.
That is true. I got what?
no.
Sarah,
2 clerics.
2 clerics
girl.
and a
Two.
higher
I
deity.
mean, they're clerics of evil
Oh.
too. Yeah.
There are
Yeah, but-
clerics of evil, but this
I'm
isn't.
not-
This is
Our
not how-
clerics
I'm
are
not-
not.
I'm
I
a
mean,
cleric
we're
of
not.
neutral. Yeah, we're both neutral clerics, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a cleric of good, so they're not gonna be like, "Oh, fuck this guy," you know.
Yeah, and I'm a cleric of war, which I'm sure they'll be okay with.
I'm a
I mean,
cleric
gods
of
and
fucking
fiends are 2 different things. They're not like. I don't think they fuck with any deity at this point.
Cleric of a bard, bro. Like,
Bro, my
Bro,
fault.
I'll be fine, bro.
No, you're good. Get your spaghetti.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
you got
Quick
you got a lot of
question,
talking to do, CJ.
Please,
yeah, you better.
I
get
know.
some-
So
let's got that shit.
fuck. I was like, why couldn't
Devin.
homie come
Was it-
earlier?
Yeah, Sunday.
My
Yeah.
mom.
Oh, sorry, my
came
bad.
through.
I'm an alcoholic.
Mama came in clutch. Did Pancake leave the? No, not Pancake. Yeah, did Pancake leave the campaign?
I talked to Pancake about it. She's coming back, but we're talking about it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, no, just asking. Cause I see her online. I was just
Yeah.
wondering.
No, she'll probably be back next week, but I'm gonna have like a conversation with her.
Dude, fuck, I'm hungry. I don't want to make stuff.
Back to this bitch ass dude right here.
You can grab you something to snack on. Like, CJ's gonna talk with Alistair for a second.
Alright, give me a second.
Oh yeah, I'll be back too.
Yeah, okay. We'll just take a 5-minute snack break. We'll come back.
I need to go to
We're
the
gonna take a
bathroom.
5 minutes. We're gonna take a 5-minute snack break. If and y'all should probably be thinking if you even want to go, and if you're gonna ask for anything from these guys, because I mean, you're talking to like the lords of hell. Anything y'all would probably want, y'all could probably get from these guys, but
I want to get immunity from fire.
They seem like
Maybe.
the type of people that could do that.
they can do that.
Fire immunity. What do I need to give my firstborn son?
He's already down there.
We can go dig him up.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's down here?
Yeah. You mean Paul? He's right there.
Paul? Jamal?
Oh
Is
yeah,
that you?
Demas. What is your first son's name? I was gonna ask the other son, but it probably seemed like a bad idea.
Apollo. He was the
Apollo.
light of my life.
Paula.
Apollo.
Apollo. Apollo.
I'm his firstborn son, Paula.
Oh.
Oh.
That voice
Sounds
fucking
just like
destroyed my
his father.
ears.
Just like his father. Okay.
I would say like I have like a little locket with his portrait in it, and I'll show you. Like this is what he would look like. And he looks more like his mother than he does look like me. You know, he still got like the elf ears, but instead he's like very pale. Not like pale, but like he's lighter than me, and he has like blue eyes instead of my golden eyes, and dark hair like I do. But everything else, that's like the only thing he got from me, just like my dark hair. He looks just like his mother.
Nice, yeah. Your Zara is kind of he's a looker.
Well, he gets it from his daddy.
Yeah, I could tell. Quite the attractive family you have.
Man, Francisca is still so pretty, dude. Most beautiful woman I have laid eyes on.
God damn the glaze.
Yeah,
God,
I'll
this
glaze
dude
the
won't
shit
stop
out of
fucking
her.
talking, dude. Intermission.
Brief intermission.
You talking about glaze, bro? Just wait until the rock comes up. I'm about.
Oh my god, yeah. Like Caleb and Orion. This tall, handsome man.
Oh,
with
handsome.
one
I did not say
arm.
handsome.
No, I know.
Hurry,
Badass, cool ass looking dude.
No, dude. I'm telling you, I'm growing my hair out so I can put it in a ponytail, like a bun or a ponytail, so that whenever rock comes out, I want to like pull it up, tie it up. I'm like, all right, time for the glazing again.
Yeah. You got to do with the old, was it the samurais? No, Mongolians, where they only cut their hair when they lost a battle, or when they lost a fight. You got to do
That's
that.
what the teachers did in Mongolia too.
You failed a test.
Yeah, but
you
you
cut your hair off.
The test. They cut that shit off. Nah,
Yeah.
shit.
But you have to keep growing your hair, and you every battle you're in is like another tie or whatever, like a whatever the fuck it's called, like they do ponytails. And every time
Every
you lose,
knot?
you have to chop it. It's pretty cool. I remember what culture did that.
I think it was a samurai.
No, because if they lost, they just Sudoku.
Yeah, they just kill themselves.
Yeah,
Might be some Native American tribes too. I feel like that's some like Native American shit.
maybe they were badass.
That would be cool.
Samurai, so the longer your hair is, the longer your lineage. So once you earn a title, like if your family earns one, like your grandparents, you can grow your hair out longer. That's why peasants always had like short hair.
Yeah, I just remember it was like
I
the
think that
longest.
haircutting.
The warrior with the longest hair was usually the strongest.
Isn't that the Game of Thrones people, the Dothraki or whatever?
Oh,
Hey,
that's what
no, it
was about tracking.
it's based off of like I think Mongolians.
I'm sure it's based off someone. That just makes me think of the Dothraki.
Do they do that as well?
We have a Mongolian here.
No, like real Mongolians.
Oh. That's crazy.
Real
That's some crazy
Mongolians.
work, dude.
You're a fake Mongolian, Mishka.
Good fuck.
She's
She's not
here.
even here.
I think she's
No,
got
she's not here.
I'll repeat it when she gets here.
And I said, she's not a real Mongolian.
Said that's not my wife. That's a horse.
What's the difference? Oh my god.
Well,
Somebody just popped a shot in Ollie's house. I heard it.
Bro, what?
I don't
What did it
know,
sound
I heard
like?
something. I heard something.
He said, "Damn, really?"
Bro, oh god, oh my god.
Ollie
He's
about to
too
get
deep in
slimed
that.
out.
Yeah, he's too deep in that fucking.
He's deep in the sketty.
This video is gonna have a fucking 30-minute intermission. The ad rolls are gonna go crazy.
Hey man, I might as well give a spaghetti review while I'm at it.
Yeah, let me see
put on the
that.
camera,
I-
let's
I-
look.
I wish,
had my
bruh.
headphones on the
Yeah.
entire time.
I don't have to repeat myself then.
Bro, I wish I could show y'all, but it's pretty much gone. I ain't gonna.
Oh, wow.
It's like that
Hey,
shit
bro, I
now.
used to
Who
play
made that,
football,
man?
bro. Like, my metabolism still is the same, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I can't just eat, like, just chilling eating. No, no.
I imagine Mish like in the kitchen with her family and just over the headphones you can hear like she's not a real Mongolian.
He just collapses to the floor, distraught.
That's why all the teachers in Mongolia had long hair, because if they lost a fight, they had to quit their job.
That's real.
They had to box a kid. If they lost, they gave him the job.
Even the kid gets longer hair.
Batman was trained by Mongolian school teachers.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure that's canon.
I think so.
You know what isn't canon? Damascus Schlong.
No, that shit's so canon. It's
He
the most
rolled for
canon.
it. He rolled for it. It's canon.
Oh, hell no. He didn't
It
even roll
is
the right
canon.
thing. He rolled a con save, not a con check.
He rolled for schlong length.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, you weren't there. He flashed a random
No,
lead,
God,
by the
he
way.
did. He did for sure. Roll for Sloan.
Over our friend's dead body.
So Zorbathil died because they did something fucking stupid. And the lady that brought him back to life, well, she didn't bring him back to life. She was caring for him. Damas showed her his penis.
That's not what happened. You are missing context.
Oh, hell no.
You are missing context.
Yeah, over his friend's dead body. He just whipped it out.
He wasn't dead. Right? First of all, he wasn't dead.
He wasn't
He
alive.
was just
He freshly revived.
badly hurt. He was just hurt. Okay? And then me and Damas and Alfonso got like a little argument. Alfonso cast vicious mockery, saying like, "That's why your dick's small." And then I turned around and I was like, "Oh yeah," and I whipped it out. I was like, does this look small to you? Then I rolled a nat 20 on a con save.
That shit was not
She
small.
was in the room.
That
Yeah, she was in the room.
like I was standing next to
Oh, my bad.
her, so he pointed that bitch at her.
That shit was not small.
Homie
That
was
shit
hella
was not-
covering that bitch to
Natural
prove that
20,
it
bro.
wasn't,
I
bro.
told you, y'all. That's canon. It's got to be right.
He didn't roll the right
That's
check. It would be
canon.
canon if he didn't roll the right check. That's not the right
Canon.
check.
It's so canon.
Massive
He didn't-
It's so
like
canon.
if I rolled a nat 20 Tinker's Tools check, I'm not gonna crit on a fucking punch attack just because I
Why
rolled a nat
not?
20.
Actually,
Guys,
Rule of
It's the
cool.
same dice.
Ethan, if we were playing by those rules, I worry about Friday.
Yeah, you know, man.
But I rolled a nat 20 perception. What do you mean I can't kill that guy? This is
It's
bullshit.
the
I'm
same
out of here.
dice.
Reddit
It's
will hear
the
about
same
this.
dice.
Reddit will hear about
It's because
it.
there's an 8-person party.
RPG horror stories.
Yeah. My DM didn't let me have a big cock.
Bad DM.
That'd be funny after you crash out.
I rolled a nat 20 in my DM. Well, let me have a giant gun.
Okay, snag break over.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Ollie, you see Alistair. He said that you should talk to him with more respect, but asked if everybody knew were ready to go.
No,
Yeah,
I
sure.
guess my fault. Been all over the place with the travels lately. My head's been hurting, but yeah, I told them already. They know the rules.
He says, good. Even though you are busy, you must not forget your responsibilities. Those always come first.
Oh, of course, of course. I'm looking to get some pretty soon.
Son. Well then, go tell the rest of your party, and then we'll be off.
All right. Kind of ride back with my horse and relay the message to the rest of the carriage. Just tell them, like, hey, man, Alistair's here. Time to go. We can just kind of leave this here. We'll be right back in the same spot, but we got to go right now. If you're trying to
anybody-
come.
Yeah, if anybody doesn't want to go, let me know, because I'm going to go, but I can leave you in the mansion.
Oh, I'm going.
Oh.
Does anybody
Alright.
not want to go to hell?
are we
Badass.
allowed to go with him?
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah, of course, of course.
So
Zoro?
Ollie, if you want to roll a history check, you can. Just if you want to relay the rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a history check just to get the full rules.
Okay.
'Cause I know some of them, but I want to have more stuff to say.
Guidance. Just cause.
Is that
One.
Damn.
14?
Plus
Oh, no,
one,
plus the
15.
one. 15.
15? Not
Yeah.
bad. Not super specific rules. Absolutely no violence allowed. If you talk to any of the demons or lords in a disrespectful manner, they take it as a 1v1 challenge, and then you then have to fight them right then and there.
Demas,
So
Tiny.
bitch.
Yeah, Demas,
Yeah,
Tiny.
yeah.
I think you shouldn't talk. Leave it to me and CJ.
What did I do?
Sarah, be on your best
Fine.
behavior.
In hell, the demon lords are the higher authority, and like y'all are there as guests. So like they're not gonna be like, you know, get naked and twerk, but like if they're like you gotta if they're like you gotta leave, then you know they're gonna make you leave. Basically, you just gotta be respectful, and you can't like be violent or disrespecting anybody.
Dude, we're gonna go here and see Thalion.
No Cap Dallion's there.
God.
I didn't walk in, but what's up, bitch? I own this
Porn?
bitch now.
Oh, you'd get
Also,
disintegrated
to-
on the spot. What's up, Ash?
I'm trying to talk to Hades while I'm down there. So if anybody's interested, and also
Yeah, y'all will
Wanna
have
talk to
time.
Hades?
Yeah, y'all will have time to talk to people before and after the meeting.
Is Zora coming with?
You can if you. Yeah, Zorvithil does what y'all tell him to.
I'll look at Joel, I guess. Joel.
I mean, he can watch
Zoro.
after the card if you want.
Well,
Pepper dolls get naked.
Zora get naked and twerk right now.
Get naked.
Throwing ass right now.
Aye, Captain. Joel, do you think he'll be safe here? Do you want me to take him to the mansion?
It'd probably be safer in the manor than out on the roads by himself.
I agree. That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, he's fairly shifty, so he can handle himself, but
Why add the extra chance when we don't have to?
yeah. Zora, are you cool with that?
Okay.
Why is he still twerking?
Have fun in
Why are
hell.
you naked?
I remember when your friend Tiny sent me there. That wasn't
What the hell?
Yeah, I'd be like,
Biggest
Shh, Joel doesn't
betrayal.
know about that.
Tiny did what?
Oh, they fucking killed me and then brought me back to life.
I'm a just experiment.
We'll have to talk about that at another point.
I'm gonna start doing the Dougie just to alleviate the awkwardness.
Fortnite emoting.
I'm beatboxing.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
send
put the key on
Zorvithil
the
to the
door.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Before we go, I'm gonna grab Joel by his bald head. I believe Joel. I know I said I won't look for my family, but there is someone, like, they said that they found someone that looks exactly like me. Like, the guy that looks exactly like me. I want to know more about that guy, so I might ask about that. I might not ask about it, but I don't know. I don't know what I should do. What do you think I should do? I'm still grabbing him by his bald head, by the way.
I think you should get as much information as you can.
Yes, I agree. I'm shaking your head up and down as I'm nodding. Yes, I agree.
Like
Thank you.
gritting my teeth and clenching my fists.
Okay,
stop
thank
touching
you. Thank you, Joel. I'm gonna pat his cheek.
So CJ relays the rules to y'all. CJ, any last thing you want to tell them before you go? Just about hell. I mean, it's pretty.
Shit. Not really. They know the gist of it. No starting shit. Don't stare at nobody too long. If anything, put your head down.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be good.
Are we putting WAP in the manor? Or are we taking him?
No,
with
he's
us?
coming with me.
He's coming with. Okay.
He'll sit on my
Wop.
shoulders.
Just checking. I was just,
Wop.
How big is Blop?
yeah, when he's down there,
WAP
can he
be
do
good.
a deep WAP, like just to like make sure that he doesn't get picked on?
Well,
Good practice.
You're gonna riz up any of the succubi down there.
Wow.
I gotta
Wop
do
is a
good.
player.
Oh, Gus is coming with me, by the way, if that's possible, Caleb.
Hey, give me a second. I'm dragging y'all all in.
Can you have like a trench coat?
Blap's gonna accidentally turn into like a demon lord.
I'll get him a
So you
trench coat.
He's gonna
put Gus on
somehow-
Wop's shoulders. Hear me out. Put Gus on Wop's shoulders. And put a trench coat
true.
on both of them.
His name is Wop.
Wait, what's his name?
That's what
B,
that's what-
bravo. Bravo at the front.
Damn,
Wop.
that's a
Wet
Wop.
ass
sorry.
pussy.
Ooh,
I'm
That's
sorry,
a
what's
Wop.
his name?
Good ass.
B,
food.
bravo.
with the Wop.
Bob? Is it Bob? Wop?
Bwop.
Bwop.
BWOP. Pretty much.
Wop with the Wop.
Wazda.
My bad.
Wet
Someone
ass field
stop
defender. Was.
Oiled up steel defender.
The freak defender.
Ass up, dick front.
Oh hell no.
Start doing the TikTok dance. So you
Oh,
all
like
walk
James
up
Charles.
to this suited man with this kind of thick curly mustache, this slicked back hair. He says, "Oh, I don't believe I've had the pleasure of meeting all of you."
I'll go
I'm,
first. Oh,
Okay. What do you say?
Yeah, no, because it's kind of cool. And I'll be like, I'm Alfonso. How are you?
He says, "Oh, I'm good, and you all?"
And I'm what?
I'm good, and you all are.
Oh, I'm doing all right. Your name was like who is he, Caleb? It's Alistair or is
I
it?
just face planted, bro.
No,
He's
no,
like,
like I'm asking DM. I'm not asking
Oh, yeah,
like him.
My name is
Who the
Alistair.
fuck are you?
Yeah, no, it's Alistair. Okay, because I was making sure I didn't mix him and Asmodeus up.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Oh fuck
Yeah,
this
you're
guy. He's not
Asmodeus.
fucking coming."
Yeah, no, that's what I was asking you. Be like, you're Alistair, right?
Says, "Yes, correct."
I do have to say that is a nice mustache.
So, thank you. It's out of all my magic power, this is one thing that's naturally grown.
I'm extremely jealous, but I'm excited.
He says,
to,
"Well, we could get you one."
really.
Yes, it wouldn't be that much of a thing at all if
I'll
you
look
wish
at-
to have a mustache.
I'll look at CJ and be like, this guy's pretty cool.
Don't sell
Ow.
yourself for a mustache.
I'm gonna just look at him and
Sell
give him.
yourself for a mustache.
He says, "Well, CJ, don't interrupt in my business, please. If there's anything y'all would like, please, by all means, let me know."
Have you
Alrighty.
ever heard of the one of the greatest adventurers of all time, Mr. Ranger Rick?
No.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll have to tell you the story sometime. But he had a magnificent mustache.
He says, "Yes, if you would like a mustache, sure, we could work that out."
For yeah,
I
maybe
could
you could workshop
whip it
something.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
We could do it right now. You could have
Well,
one.
no, I don't want to be.
second if
I
you
don't.
wish.
I don't want to be rude. The rest of the party, I'm sure, want to introduce him. So I'm not a rude person, of course. So.
He says, "Well, he kind of looks at you, sir. He says, my, what? Those eyes, young lady, I've never seen anything quite like it."
You haven't? I mean, I mean, I haven't really seen anyone with the same eyes as me either. But I don't know. She's gonna like try to hide. She's gonna like pull her veil over her
Yeah.
eyes. Like, thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
He kind of reaches out for a handshake.
I shake his hand. My name is Sarah.
As you shake it, it burns like horribly.
Oh,
Like it.
I'm
it-
gonna
Yeah.
quickly pull my hand away. Ah,
He says,
you're quite hot, sir.
So, apologies. I don't usually have that reaction with handshakes. It's interesting. But if we're all ready to go, are we all ready?
Sorry, I was AFK for a minute.
Yeah, don't.
Sarah just burned her
Tomas,
hand on
ask about the
bell.
fire resistance.
I heard
Ask about the fire resistance.
What?
You're gonna sell a soul for fire resistance?
Dumbass.
I zoned out.
I said, "Yo, Damas, ask about the fire resistance."
Oh yeah, I asked him. I was like, "How does one become like immune to fire?"
He says, "Oh, it's just the whip up of a contract. I could get you that soon."
You don't say. You don't say. We may be able to do business.
He says, "Oh, I would absolutely love that. Of course, there. You won't find another patron quite like me. You'll find I'm very forgiving and even, unlike many of the other lords we're about to go meet. But if we're ready, you all kind of step in this circle. These kind of bright red runes form all around all of you. So y'all might want to cover your eyes. As this blaze of fire just reaches up, you all feel this intense heat. Doesn't quite hurt, but it's just like if you're standing in like an oven.
Ooh, it's
as
so
y'all
chilly in here.
As y'all immediately kind of teleport into this hallway, where y'all see these giant devils just with their flesh out and these kind of giant chains dangling over them to y'all's right and left. Excuse me. These kind of giant. Sorry, practicing the voice. These two giant, like winged creatures made of pure bone and these like bright red kind of blood covered hands outside of these giant iron gates. These chain demons says, "State your name and occupation."
I look at CJ.
Yeah, I just kind of step forward. I'm like, CJ, patron Alistair.
Oh, okay. You all kind of step in between these two iron gates. Who's going first?
I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Okay.
I don't mind.
I'll go after.
Okay, so
I'll
you
go
step
last.
yeah, right here. You step in, CJ. Pretty routine for you. You feel all of your weapons automatically transported away from you. And this kind of like intense fire, just
Got
making
my
sure there's
hands,
no like
baby.
runes or anything on you, as you are now allowed to step into the room. In a familiar scene, you see in order from left to right, the Devil Lord Beelzebub, Alistair, Hades, Dispater, Glacia, and Asmodeus. And next to Asmodeus, a kind of smaller man you recognize as his right hand man, known as, where's his name? Oh, there it is. Lance is his name. This kind of horned guy with his long kind of mane, and this like fiery sword kind of at his side. You don't really get a seat. You just kind of stand next to Alistair. And everybody else. So, Alfonso, you walk in there. This shit fucking sucks. Like, you feel all of your holy power kind of like drained from you immediately. Your plate armor becomes much, much heavier. You feel right now absolutely no connection. To Ogma, as you feel almost drained, and you see your weapons and your armor now kind of disappeared away from you as you're just in your clothes. As you're now cleared to go through, and you see like this giant oily slug creature, and all these giant kind of different horned devils.
I just put my head down as respect, and I also can't move Gus, by the way.
I can't move my homeboy. My blop.
Blop's
Stand in the back.
getting some.
You getting good on.
I'm whopping it. Damas, similarly to everybody else, you go in. You don't really feel your power being drained, but you see all of your weaponry just disappear. Your brass knuckles now gone. This is a very different kind of heat from what Alistair has. But yeah, you get let through. Blop goes through. You see all of the water, like in his little tank, just immediately turn to steam. As his little like mace kind of gets sent away, as he sits there, just what? As they let him through.
He's on my
Jean-
shoulders, by the way.
Blop is on your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similarly to you, all of your water is now steam. It is, it's gone. It's dissipated.
My glacial water.
Your weapons,
Marshmallow.
armor, anything mechanical or technology-wise is now taken from you. Just kind of disappeared into like a room over. You see this glass room with all these different weapons as you're let through. Jal, as you step in, you feel like you've just ran for 5 days on end. All of your powers drained from you. As you see the chain demons kind of working this station, laughing at you, as you are now armorless, just with basic clothes on, with no weaponry, and feel completely disconnected from Odin. Tiny, and they let you through. Tiny, you walk through. Your Kanabo gone, ring gone, bag of holding gone. It's just you in the loincloth.
I'm naked.
Yeah, strip you. Sarah, you walk in, and you don't really have many weapons or anything, but you feel like I need you to make a con save.
Okay.
Okay, 16's not
Not
bad.
bad.
You feel exhausted, and as you feel like you have a fever, like you're kind of like burning up, sweating profusely. You take a level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mark that down. Ah, yes, the place where I mark it down.
It's
Yes,
just like
exactly.
a
I
little.
know exactly where to park.
It's just like a little tracker where it says exhaustion level under your
Oh, there
hit
you go.
dice. Yeah,
You
you
found
just
it. Okay, there you go.
click it up. There you go. Yeah, as you are all now let through, Joel, Alfonso, Sarah feeling powerless. Alistair says, CJ, you've been a good follower recently. If you have any concerns to voice to these leaders, absolutely, please do so.
I'm sure I'll say something when something comes to mind, but right now nothing's coming to mind yet.
Is of course a good pet. As the meeting kind
You know
of
how it go.
as the meeting kind of commences, you see all these different lords standing around the table as Asmodeus, this tall figure, skinny, kind of these thin appendages with this bright, like thick red horns wrapping around his face, almost like goat horns. As he walks up, he says, "Oh, I see we have new visitors today. How are all of you?"
Good.
Pretty good.
Thumbs up.
Of course, this is your first time to hell, I presume.
It is, sir.
Yeah.
Thumbs up again.
Says, I would love to keep you here if I could, but anyways, we must now commence. He kind of looks at all of you, eyes a little longer on Sarah. So there's
Sweating.
word that is sweaty. Yeah, Sarah, you're like leaning on Cupcake. You're Cupcake. You're getting drenched in sweat from the hell heat and Sarah's sweat.
Sweating, trying not to make eye contact with anyone. Just fucking.
Well then,
I look wet.
Like
The fur is just.
Well, it has come to my attention here that many of the surface dwellers are planning to end our war with the Abyss. They are planning to reunite us somehow, and I do not see a way in which we can make peace with the Abyss. Many of the outsiders, one known as the Maw, has been trying to contact us through the Beastlands as to use us as a sort of conduit for one of their schemes. Of course, we are not allowed to leave our layers or domains. Does anybody have any voice or word on this? No? I see.
Namor? Is that what you said? The name?
His name was Maul.
A Maul. Oh,
Yeah,
I
Maul.
heard Namor. I was like,
Namor, that boy's been on Marvel Rivals too much.
oh, dude, I'm having fucking withdrawals. My bad.
Feel the oceans chill. He says, well then, I assume everybody has been gathering to their duties, and you see all these lords kind of nod their head yes. As well, there's nothing more to report. Meeting is adjourned. Which, you know, CJ, this is how those meetings usually go. Nobody's gonna say they failed, you know. Everybody's just kind of like, yeah, I did my part. Everybody stands up.
Can I insight really quick?
Who are you trying to insight?
I want to insight everybody but Asmodeus. Does it seem like Asmodeus is big dog, like CEO type shit, and everyone else is just like little underlings kind of thing? Like everyone else has a different part of the company, but they all work for him.
Yeah, roll an insight.
I mean, they're fucking demon lords. I don't expect much, but just a peep. I don't know.
I rolled on that one. Absolutely, these dudes are like
scared
even Alistair right now is like, excuse me, still as like a rock. Like you see, they like nod when he talks. They're like attentive. Which, I mean, from what y'all have seen, Asmodeus has been kind of chill. You know, he's not like really doing much.
Yeah, he said he'd give me a mustache, so he's kind of chill.
Yeah, no, that was Alistair. Asmodeus did not say that.
Fuck! Do you see what I mean? That's why I asked you.
Yeah. As you see everybody kind of nod their heads. Well then, there will be time for questions and private conversations after the meeting. Again, meeting will be adjourned. as he kind of goes and talks to his underling, you see the slug kind of go. As he starts like kind of sliding his way out through the gates. Yeah, y'all are now free to roam and ask anybody what you need.
Wait, yeah, who is this? Who's this?
That's Hades.
That's Hades.
Oh, he's tough.
Yeah.
What's the what's heaven called in Hades realm?
Oh, the
What do you
lands, the
the land,
like from God of War.
Yeah, it's what's it called?
Oh, Drax
Fuck,
did
I-
it from Guardians of the Galaxy too. It was also there.
Oh, what's its name? I gotta look it up.
It's
I'm
like,
like
the
the
fields,
fields
yeah,
of
the
some-
fields of like Aesir or something like that. Maybe with an S.
Elysium.
Sir?
Elysium. Yeah.
Elysium. Fields of Elysium. That's what it is.
That's tough.
What are y'all doing?
I'm gonna approach Hades and I'm gonna greet him. I'm kind of like bow a little bit, you know.
Mhm.
Like,
I'm gonna approach with CJ, and I'm gonna like kind of like mimic him a little bit, like bow too, but I'm like a step behind.
Yeah, he sees well met.
hey, can we say like Alistair's like?
Alistair's like
shot?
doing like he's doing like
Okay,
paperwork.
okay,
he's doing his own thing.
Right. Nothing. I got a weird proposition. I know I don't normally come up to you and talk too much, but how would you feel about another contract?
He kind of looks at you. He says, "I'm under the impression that you are already under one."
Yeah, but there's no clause in my contract that says I have to only have one.
He says, "Well then, what are you seeking?"
Honestly, what I've been seeking from the jump, I'm seeking power. So, any way you can help me obtain more power or point me in the direction of power.
He says, "You must understand your current patron will not like this."
I'm under the impression that you're not that scared of him. So, unless you're scared of him, I don't think that should be an issue.
He says, "Are you insinuating something?"
No, I'm not insinuating anything, sir. Like I said, you know, this can be our business. My business, what I do with him, that's mine and his business, you know.
He says, "Well then, that is the way things work. What are you willing to give up in return?"
Kind of think back. Take a second. Because technically, what does Alistair hold to me right now? I
Right
think
now,
it's
you're
in-
just you've picked up a contract of getting a certain amount of souls.
Type shit. So,
So
technically,
like
I
if
still
you're
have-
if you're like, I'm going to do something for you, then you're bound to that. But you could also just give up something current.
I
It's
still
like
have
what
my soul.
he's asking, like, what? Yeah, you still have your own soul.
Okay. There's no possible way to give him a part of my soul.
You could.
Hmm.
Depending on how much you'd give is how much he'd give you back.
Damn. CJ gonna ball here. Fuck it. I've been gambling lately. I'll offer you my soul.
He looks at you much more intrigued now. He says, "Is that so?"
Let's face it, I probably won't see another decade, so I don't intend to live long. I just intend to be powerful while I'm here.
He says, "Well then, let us shake on this."
What are the terms before I shake?
The terms are, once your time has passed, your soul belongs to me. No
All right.
more, no less.
I kind of put my hand out, firm handshake.
You put your hand out, you meet his. You feel this kind of like purple flame kind of run through your veins and like kind of imbue you almost. Alistair still not looking because you know you kind of have to mind your own business. CJ, mechanically, you are now level 7.
Oh shit.
He's gonna be a level ahead of us the entire campaign. That's tough.
For no soul.
Wait, I have a question, DM.
Mhm.
So he made this contract, but if I don't know if I want to give you ideas though.
Well, okay, I'll say this. If you want any room for negotiation, CJ, we can say that you did it before you just gave up your soul. But
Okay.
Well,
Well,
If you-
because I had a question, and because when you were negotiating, it just said a soul, right? For
No, he said
however
his
long.
soul.
Yeah, your soul. For however long you live, right? But you didn't specify if there could be third party problems, like if he sent somebody to take your soul early. And if you put that in the contract that he can't do that, then you live as long as you possibly can without
Or
his
just turn him to a
interaction.
vampire.
can I do?
You know what I mean?
yeah, so okay,
Like, how would that
I'll
work in the
I'll say, just right now, because nobody can talk to Ollie or nobody can talk to CJ but Damas. So I'm only gonna let Damas advise him from here on out.
Okay. I'll stop.
The way that would work is what he's saying is he doesn't want Hades to like send somebody to kill you, so he
Yeah.
gets it preemptively.
Yes.
And so I'll say, any like constituents or like little kind of things you want to throw in there, I'll let you and Damas kind of like talk about it because y'all are the only ones there. But now's the time you have to tell me.
I guess yeah. Like before he signed a contract or whatever with the Hades, we should go over the contract. Like I like grab him by his shoulder and like grab him by his hand or something. Like if you think about this a little bit more instead of just jumping in.
I kind of like hesitate then as like I was almost about to meet his hand, be like, one more thing. I just want to add a clause to our deal, and then I'll tell him basically both parties can't interfere with the death of either party. So like hold on, wait, because then he can just pay somebody. Hold on,
That counts as
I gotta,
interference.
because there's a lot of wording here. I'm trying to think about.
Yeah, the wording matters a lot. But
Uh-huh.
he'll say yes. Any discussion you two wish to have beforehand is understandable.
I'll say like you want to make sure he can't kill you or send someone to kill you. So like so he doesn't get your soul early.
Okay, so I'll tell him to put in the contract this. Basically, either party can't interfere with the expiration date of the agreeing party's soul, and furthermore, the other party can't send anybody, and if they are caught sending anybody, that this contract is viable for like termination.
Yeah, it's void.
Yeah,
It's void.
there we go.
This is agreeable terms. Know that I have no wish to end you early, as you have a bright, foreseeable future from what I hear. But this is most agreeable to me.
Like I think about in my head, I can't really think of anything else that would interfere with this
Yeah.
contract.
Nathaniel, have you got anything you want to advise him against?
We got the no killing early.
Send anybody.
Send anybody. He also can't like imprison you until you die. So he can't hold you somewhere against your will.
I will say though, CJ, you would know that like just from the basic stuff you know, Hades isn't really the one to like. Out of all of them, he's the one to try to fuck you over way less. Like that's something you would know. Like if it was like Mephistopheles or Asmodeus, like absolutely you'd have to dot the I's, cross the T's, everything. But Hades is like different, you know. He's one of the good ones.
Gotcha. On that note,
Is there even such a thing? No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that. I don't say that at all.
1v1 with Hades.
where are the good ones?
Time out.
Did you pray today? Did you pray today?
As if you didn't.
Toast.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell him I agree to the terms and but I am for the shake.
Yeah, you see he kind of like pricks his hand with his giant sword, kind of shakes your hand, again, the same kind of purple fire running through your veins. Your eyes kind of flash this bright purple color almost for a second. Yeah, you've now made a deal. Like I said, you are now level 7.
So out of the people here, who would I ask about myself? I don't know. I don't know what.
Any of them.
I don't know what to give up for my information. I don't know what to give up for information.
Hades is the most knowledgeable about like gods and stuff. Asmodeus would be the best overall. He would ask the most, but he would be like the best overall. Alistair maybe not. Mephistopheles would probably know a little bit. But really it's between like Asmodeus would know a lot. Hades would know more. No, Hades would know. I don't know. It's between Hades and Asmodeus.
Who is the slug?
That's Beelzebub. You want to talk to Beelzebub?
No.
Oh. Did you want to talk
No.
to me?
Hell no.
You rang.
Called. Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hell no.
approach. I'm gonna approach Hades. Sir, I don't know. This is not a contract. I'm not the one to be making contracts. I've never made a contract before. But could you tell me something about myself? But I don't know what you would want from me in exchange.
It would depend on what you want to know.
I hear of stories that not stories. My good friend Damaz almost got killed by a man that looks exactly like me, and I wanted to know more about this mysterious figure, but I don't know where to begin, and I don't know how much I want to know, honestly.
He looks at you, says, "Look, child, I'm glad you came to me with this. Many of these demons would ask great of you, as we all know what you are. But
Yeah,
that being said, this still must be a fair contract. I would advise you talk to your friend CJ before getting bound to one. And after speaking to him, if you are still seeking this information and this is the route you wish to go, then we can do so."
I'm just gonna look at CJ. I'm gonna look at him, and then I'm gonna look at CJ and be like, sir, I thank you so much for your honesty, but I don't think a contract with someone as powerful as you, and just a contract in general, is good for me. I guess my curiosity might kill me. But thank you.
Says, "Of course." He looks at you, Damas. CJ says, "You do know you covet danger, keeping her around you."
Yeah,
What do you
but
mean by- what do you mean by that exactly?
He says, "By law, there are many things I am and am not allowed to tell. I'm gonna move you away, sir, because you're not there." You walked away.
Okay.
You're like peeking back. What was that? What was that?
Hey, what'd you say?
Many people including the Demon King himself, are seeking her out and a way to use her as a advantage over the gods. And by coveting her in this group, you yourselves make yourselves a target.
Well, if we become a target, so be it. But she's practically family now, so I'm not really gonna leave her out to dry like that.
And plus, I can't abandon her or my life. Not only did she save me, but her brother did as well. Still have a debt to pay.
He says, I was not suggesting this. I understand the values of family more than any of these lords here. And he looks at you, Demacia says, and I know your story. But
He read my book.
what I am suggesting is you become stronger to where these things will no longer be a threat to you all.
Damn.
You have all grown very, very much over these last few months, but the forces at play are greater than even I could handle alone. I would never recommend you leave somebody like her in the dust. In fact, you need to be there for her as much as you can. But the role you will all play is much greater than you know. I apologize that your soul is what it might have taken to ensure her safety, but you must understand I have laws to abide by as well.
If my soul was the cost to protect people close to me, I think it's a pretty good deal.
He says, there is a note I would like you to read. Away from here, away from anywhere, as far away as you can get from other people. Yet that you as a group should only be the people to see it and read.
Kind of like, not like too obvious, but kind of like put my hand out a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of like hands you this piece of paper, like kind of secretly. It may not seem like it, but you all have an important role to play.
Oh.
Oh no.
I look
It's
over
almost
at
like we're the
Demas.
main characters. Fuck.
What are we?
Look
some
over
kind
at
of
Demas. I
Google?
kind of like give him a little like rub on the shoulders, like you heard that? Like we about to be some legends.
We can beat it with the power of friendship.
Unless you die, then you would just be dead.
It is what it is.
That is very true.
But I don't plan on dying yet.
It's a gamble without a risk.
Yeah, he looks at you, Demas. He says, there is a deal that I would like to make with you, Demas.
Oh yeah.
Came to you.
I understand the tragedy of what happened to your son. And there's a way to make him walk the material plane once more.
You
Which
telling me
must
to get my son
understand.
back?
He says, please do not be hasty about this. The one way he may be able to walk the earth again is if I made him my champion.
Go ahead, take your lap.
What does that entail? What does that mean?
He would be under my orders. His soul would belong to me. But he could see his mother, his brother, his father again. But, like I said, I have quotas and orders I must reach, and he would have no choice but to fulfill my goals.
Take me
What's
instead. Oh,
What's
I have
up?
a question. So about contracts and stuff, right? The party who's in play here, so like the souls and shit like that, does not have to consent, right? Because CJ in his,
It's not a contract. Being a champion is not a contract.
but his soul is owned.
Yeah, but he is
So
owned.
that's a-
But
whole
if
different
if
thing.
yeah, but if Damas gives his son soul, that's technically a contract, no?
I mean, it's not on paper. It's like a verbal one, if anything. But there's really no way around that he belongs to me no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I didn't know like
Yeah.
if the soul had to be accepting. So Damas was like, yeah, okay, and his son's like, fuck you. You know, I didn't
Yeah.
know how that worked. But okay.
He looks at you, Damasi says, there's one other thing that you could potentially benefit from this. If turned into a deal, I could tell you the whereabouts, the history of your father.
does it have to be my son's soul? I could fight in his stead. I'll live much longer than he will.
He said, upon my championship, he will live as long as I need, but I dare not interfere with what is to come, and which you will play a role in.
Ask Hades real quick. What does he know about my father? Like, if he
About
knows
your
if
father,
he's-
CJ, or Damas's?
Mine's
he looked-
like if he's roaming the Styx or like what is he doing?
He says your father is near my river, but he has not quite entered it. He is in a idle state. I'm not quite sure. It's been a long while since something of that magnitude has happened. I've spoken to Alistair about it, but he's kept a closed mouth.
Weird.
Of course, in these meetings, I cannot provoke him as it breaks our rules. But he is infringing on my domain, and I fear that things may not last as long here as many may think.
Understood. I'm gonna have to dive a little bit deeper into that. Thank you, though. If you can, because I remember in like I don't know how it works in here, like, but in Greek mythology, like, don't they use like tokens or some shit to cross the river or like?
It's their heart is weighed.
Yeah.
Their heart.
No,
is weighed.
that's Egypt. That's Egyptian.
But the Styx, the River Styx is Egyptian. No,
No, it's
No, the River Styx is
Greece.
Greek mythology.
it's Greek.
Yeah, Styx is,
Yeah,
Styx is Greek.
I'm thinking of.
I would know. He has a
Egyptian.
master's in history or something.
I don't know. You're Mongolian.
I got a lot of mythology when I was growing up, just reading Perseus Jackson.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
What does me being Mongolian? have to do with
Egyptian, they sail a boat, but it's a river of sand.
And
Yeah, but it's called the
the
Styx,
Egyptians'
no?
boat goes like around the world. They may have taken the name Styx because a lot of Egyptian stuff
I
came from
swear
Greece.
it was Styx. I
May
didn't-
have.
so.
I'm sorry.
You good? So okay, how does that work in D&D though? You know what I'm saying?
Similarly, basically the Styx, the river of Styx is like a river of souls. That's why, like, whenever you touch it, like, that's why you just kind of die, because it's just your soul going into the river.
It's like in
So
Hercules
basically,
from
what
Disney.
Hades is saying is that, like, whatever your father's fate was is not what played out, and now he's, like, supposed to be dead, but he's not.
Uh-huh.
So he's like idle, like he's near the river, so like he's about to go, but he's not. And no matter what Hades does, like, he can't get him to go.
Weird.
Mm,
It's very
that's
weird.
interesting.
Like I'm actually
But if Damas, above table, if Damas sends his son to be Hades' champion, then he can send his champion to go check out the Styx, and we can get information from the inside about what's up with your father. Above table.
well, we would have to talk. That would be in Alistair. We already know that Alistair's somewhat tied to.
Yeah, but right now Hades doesn't have anything to say like to the table. But if he sends his own champion to check out problems in his own domain, then that's like proof, pretty much. You see what I'm saying? Like it could
Can I
cause
ask you-
strife.
It's like if there's a crime scene, you don't send the owner of like the investigators
I
thing.
get
You
you,
send like
yeah.
a private investigator,
which would be his. That's. I'm just saying hypothetically above table.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. I know what you
I
saying.
should be over there helping out with these fucking
Yeah,
negotiations, bro.
you're talking to Mephistopheles.
My bad, bro. I am trying to actually. My bad. Call me over, CJ.
that
I
the-
got you. Call me over.
No, we're good. We
Yeah.
got
I'm yelling across the table. Stay over there.
I like to.
stay your ass over there.
All right. Where's my son at?
He's in Elysium.
Sick.
And there he shall stay till his mother finds him. Then I walk away.
Says I see. Well then,
I'm gonna tell him thank him again for the power, and look forward to doing the afterlife with him.
of course, there's nothing I'd like more. I will see you another time. As he kind of goes back down to his own paperwork.
Wait, I have a question for him.
Oh, what do you got?
Can he tell me anything about what happened to the Beastlands?
Yeah. What are you asking? Or are you just asking in general what happened?
Yeah.
He kind of tells you it was invaded and stuff like that. He looks at you, says, it was invaded by the metal man that y'all once saw. As of
Oh, he doesn't
now,
have a name?
yeah, Maul. He said it earlier. His name is Maul. M-A-W. We have since lost contact since that incident. We have not been able to get anything in or out, and even attempts to scry have been a failure.
Alright, I guess that's all I can ask for.
But we could try to get more for our price.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Okay. He goes back to his work.
Why did Tiny go to the other hot bitch in the room?
I was gonna ask that.
Bro, I was waiting until y'all's conversation was done. Of course, Tiny went. Yep, and Wop goes over there too. Wop's
Yeah.
finna get.
What did I do?
Oh, you know what you did, bro.
Well, we'll go with you, Alfonso. What are you saying to Mephistopheles?
I'm just trying to meet him. You know what's his deal? What's up with you?
He's just,
your
I'm
deal?
straight chilling, yo.
Is that how he talks? That's tough.
Mhm.
Pretty much this whole conversation, I'm just like
Yeah.
waiting for him to be done.
He's like, I heard you wanted a mustache.
Do you think I'd look good in a mustache?
He's like, maybe.
Stop. Whew, I'm getting distracted. It's kind of hot in here now.
It is hell.
I don't know much about, of course, respect. I don't know about much what y'all's dealings are in the material plane, but there's some. Do you mind if I cuss? Can I cuss? I don't know how to. It's my first time.
It's hell.
Okay, I just want to be respectful. There's some shit going on in the material world where we're from in Sindor, and some like government hierarchy bullshit with like cults and murders and tracking. I don't know how much is known, and I was also wondering, and I'll lean in and be like, what does my family have to do with that?
Says, most governments are having like cults and stuff do shit. We see that all the time.
Yeah.
As for your family, give me, we'll call it 1,500 gold, and I'll tell you.
1,500. We can't work.
Make
that
it
down?
2,000.
Okay. All right. Well, it was good chatting to you. I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, but I'll give you a mustache on the house. As you just
Wait,
this
really?
mustache, this mustache
That's
is
so
gross
tough.
on your
Yeah,
upper
that's
lip.
so tough. Dude, can I shake your hand? Do you mind?
Unless you're
His
muted.
hand like envelops your arm.
Yeah, I'm shaking that shit.
What if it's just like a bad mustache, dude?
Is it bad?
It's like,
I can't
No,
look.
it's like
Curse
it's a pretty
mustache.
Roll
it's
for
like
mustache
my,
length.
It's like my dad's mustache.
Oh, tough.
That's a
yeah.
solid
Oh,
stash.
yeah, that's tough. That's
okay,
tough.
okay,
Yeah.
huge.
Um,
Oh, so what if it's like those like pubes, like
Yeah,
that
Mephistopheles
fucking,
is chill. He's got his own thing he's trying
yeah,
to
he
do.
seems chill, and he wants gold. Too bad I'm fucking broke.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, he gave you a pretty cheap price too. He's gonna tell you everything.
Tell you the beginning. Of
yeah, but I'd have to pull out of the bank of Tiny.
Nah, it's too late anyway.
Is it? Well, I have another thing I could ask. But I was
Well,
gonna
maybe
ask
you wanna go back.
Asmodeus. Tiny,
Yeah, you can ask him his money.
can I like look at Tiny and like, psst, psst, hey, Tiny, psst, hey, Tiny.
He's talking to the Huz.
Oh god damn it, he's so fucking hot and
Yo.
frizzy right now. Hey,
Yo, what's up?
Yo, can I pull out a loan?
They took my bag of holding.
They did take his bag of holding.
Yeah, I
Y'all
don't have
can go
money
get
on
it,
me.
though.
Yeah, I don't have.
Y'all
how
can-
the fuck am I
we
supposed
don't
to
have
give
our
them
money
You
on
can
us.
go like reach in there. They
Oh, we
they
can-
can just like take it out of it.
Oh, okay.
Like they know how much is
How
in
much
there.
do you have to spare? Like if I take out a loan and promise to pay you back.
I've been loaning you shit ton of money.
Tiny,
I haven't gotten a cent.
Tiny, listen.
I haven't gotten a
Tiny.
drachma back, man.
I can put out.
This is actually, I will say, to Ethan's defense, he's going to give literally everything, no details spared.
And this could help us out because we are chasing the government right now.
All right. How much do you need?
2K.
2 gold coins or
2,000.
2K?
Well, the thing is, I have another question that's completely personal to me, but I'm willing to give all my gold for that question, and then 2K for the question to help us out.
Well, okay, here's would probably be a good way to do it.
Okay.
Y'all should all agree on a question
Okay.
that y'all want to ask, that y'all will get no details spared in,
Okay.
and then, then go from there.
So my question was,
No, that's a good question. That everybody would gain information from
that's
that.
what I was hoping with like
Yeah.
the cults, the governments, as well as
Yeah.
because my family was involved in the cult because of the magical bullshit they did in my manor, how they got in my manor, and also the phones had a GD on it.
Also the force wall.
That's what I was talking about, the magical shit in my manor.
Mm.
Yeah. So if everybody agrees, that would be the question I would ask.
I'll loan out the money. But we got to make sure this question benefits.
Yeah.
Like,
Cupcake, are you okay with that? Demas, CJ, Mish.
What was the whole question?
Guys, my D&D character's name is Sarah Non-Mish. Can we...
Oh, okay. I
Can we
ruined
Breaking immersion.
I'm sorry.
Joel, again, if you're okay with it.
Every time.
I asked him.
this is above table.
Oh, I guess it is. Yeah. I asked him if he knows information about the governments and the cults that we've been chasing, as well as like the bullshit kind of going around in the material plane on Sindor. I specified, as well as what my family has to do with pretty much all of it, because a lot of things we've ran into and issues had the GD tag, which is my family name. Do y'all think that?
Can we
Yeah,
ask
that
about the
sounds good.
Orc Queen as well? Because we just completely dropped
Okay,
that plot
so
line for
the
a little
more
bit.
y'all ask, the more it's gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
he
straight
said
up.
he said
So
2K for my question, but if we want to ask more,
y'all have.
No,
It's up to y'all.
I have 8K right now, so
My fault, pimping. My fault.
Baller, I know. Demas got
I
nothing.
mean,
I have no money. I'm actually poor, so
no, you're good. You're good.
And then I have 500, but I want to ask him a personal question. That's on me.
Can we ask about the relic that we found when fighting?
Which relic?
Can I ask him a personal question?
If it comes out.
Okay, y'all take 5 minutes. I'm gonna go pee.
Okay.
All
Get a
right.
drink. I'll be right back.
Okay. So we all have personal questions we want to ask about our backstory, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So we can ask about the government and stuff, but instead of asking what your family has to do with it, can we just ask what our bloodline has to do with everything? Because we ran into Misha's family. No, we ran like brother-ish that we don't know about. We don't know if they're related or not.
We don't. Yeah, we have no clue. That's
And then he has information about Smog, which Demas would
no,
like.
Hades had information on Smog.
Hades
I'm
does,
sure
but I'm pretty sure everyone else does as
I'm
well.
sure- yeah, I'm sure they all.
Yeah.
fucking-
Actually, I'm not
And
gonna ask him
then-
a question anymore.
we could. So
No, this
as
we
well
can
as
sew it into the
bloodline
question.
of-
Okay,
Yeah.
Of the
okay,
group?
shove it into the question.
And then Jaw would want to know what happened to his adopted
wrong.
family, his
Adopted.
friends that he had
It wouldn't.
on
It
the.
wouldn't be bloodline though.
True, it wouldn't be bloodline, but even still,
and how
technically,
it
Zeus is your
pertains to
father,
us,
right?
then we could. No, Zeus is his god.
Odin's
Zeus is his
my god.
patron.
Odin.
Odin's,
Odin's my
yeah,
god,
no,
yeah.
Odin's your god. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of bloodline, we could say how all of this.
No, you can say bloodline.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is
if
okay.
we-
Because
How are we all connecting?
I
Yeah.
personally don't want to ask the Lords of Hell questions as
That's-
a cleric of a good god.
Yeah. I'm a neutral god, so
True.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Wait, I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
Odin was
homie's eight.
neutral.
He's
Odin's-
neutral. He's neutral good.
Oh.
He's not
Yeah,
chaotic. or-
Ogma's just neutral.
And then we can ask about technically CJ's father as well, because that's technically part of the bloodline.
Yeah.
And then his like brother and stuff in his family.
Okay.
And then we can also add, and that ties in Cupcake's like entire like what happened to her people.
Yeah, because that is her bloodline.
That is her
it seems
bloodline.
like Hades already gave her some good info about that too.
He did give her good info, but we can go farther into depth. We
Oh, yeah.
pay for it.
I mean, he's only really said what we already knew.
Exactly.
At
Yeah.
least we know the guy's name now, though.
That's
Maul.
true.
Maw.
We can ask. We can get a
We
shit
can
ton of
ask- we can
information.
ask about Maw. I mean,
Mm,
We can. I mean, think,
yeah.
if we
Well, 'cause
ask
if
about
we
our-
ask the bloodline that, because he said that he's gonna see us again, and he was expecting to meet us, right, when we first saw him.
yeah.
Yeah. So if it has anything to do with our bloodline, maybe that
He
would
might be
tell us
related
that.
to someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
we can either go bloodline or we can go.
Wait, it pertains to us.
Like how does our quest pertain to us at the moment?
So why are we chosen?
I think.
That is a good question.
What
I'm
is the
pretty
reason
sure-
for us to be in the chosen ones?
Yeah, no, because we're apparently a lot of deities have said that they have plans for us.
Yeah, I made
Yeah.
a promise to my god about it.
Uh-huh.
Hades just said to CJ and Demas about it.
Misha
And then let's not forget about the
Misha
Owl
is
Council.
part god.
Misha is part
allegedly,
god.
Yeah, we have no. clue
And
what
then we
kind.
also have to worry about the Raven Queen because she did say she had plans for us as well.
Talk to her, yeah.
We,
My
we
god
did talk
wants
to her.
us to do stuff for him, or at least me.
Yeah, Odin wants to do things.
Yeah. Is everyone okay with that question then?
Yeah.
Well,
Alright.
So we going
Okay.
bloodline or what? How this pertains to us?
We could ask both because
We could say bloodline or.
yeah,
That way
Bloodline
he can
or-
take
okay.
it however. he wants.
because
So I need exactly the
Yeah.
exact wording how this question is going to be asked.
this
Okay.
guy is
And
like the
I'm
word
going to
god
say
or
this.
devil.
He can give you most of that. The only thing that he might be bound is he can't say too much on CJ's dad because that's not his domain.
Yeah, that's Alistair. That makes sense.
That's fair, but he can
Um,
still give more information that we might not know.
Yeah, that's true.
With-
I'm just saying he can't give you everything on that.
Yeah,
It's
like a direct information about CJ's
Exactly,
dad.
exactly.
He can be very vague about it, but it could give us a clue.
He could be like, oh well, it might be this. Like he can speculate, but he can't.
Allegedly,
like, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I didn't run over to
But
the
even
kids.
then, like he's kind of sticking his neck out for that.
Okay.
Okay.
With the new question, is it still 2,000 or is it more?
So I need
probably
that's
gonna
what
be
I
more.
said. I need
Oh,
the
okay, you need the
exact
specific
wording
question.
of the question.
Okay.
So whoever wants to come up with that, I need
Alfonso?
the exact wording.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna
Type-
repeat. You want me to type,
Type it in chat. Yeah, type it in chat
Okay.
because I need to.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's-
repeat what I originally asked for 2K, and then add on the bloodline as well as what pertains to us, as well as or which one do y'all?
Yeah, just type it all out. 'cause I
As
have
well
to-
as
As well
if you
as?
do
'Cause that's
or
even
if
gonna
you
be
do
more.
oh if you do or he can specifically leave out things because he can say he satisfied the or condition.
All right. I'm gonna repeat what I asked him originally then, and then add that.
Well, just type all of it
Yeah. I am.
because I don't remember.
The Bank of Tiny about to go bankrupt.
If I remember right, this is the devil of like contracts and laws and like
Yeah.
Thank you, English
He's-
major.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, English major.
Yeah.
Um,
If you want, Joel, you can roll a history or a religion. I mean,
Religion. Yeah.
18. So Mephistopheles is the lord of the eighth circle of hell. Hell. Hell.
Hair.
Hair.
Damn hair was-
Oh, John can't be.
It is the
No
ice
hair.
layer of hell. Basically, Mephistopheles tried to stage a rebellion against Asmodeus so he could unseat him, so he could take the crown, but he failed. His largest rival is Beelzebub. He fucking hates Beelzebub.
I get it. I get it.
He hates slugs.
His main goal is
System
blow up.
yeah. Okay.
I pretend like I don't know nobody.
He wants to expand his cult, like on the material plane. However, he's like a lot of his power is kind of getting drained because of his efforts. Let me see what else.
Man, the ice layer sounds really nice right about now.
Yeah, let's take Jupiter there. Or-
Basically, he wants to get more followers in his cult so he can become more powerful and eventually overthrow Asmodeus. But you wouldn't know the overthrow. You wouldn't know he's actively trying to overthrow him.
just that he did in the past.
Yeah, just that he has tried.
All right. I'll ask him, what do you know about all the shit that's going on in Sindor, the governments and cults, as well as all of the stuff that has to do with our party's bloodline, being like family and, you know, bloodline bullshit, as well as how it pertains to us as a party in general.
Okay. 6,500 flat.
Okay. I can pitch in.
6,500.
I'll pitch in 300.
No, keep your gold because we're probably gonna need it for the future. I'll take it out of Bank of Tiny.
65, are you sure? We can split it a little bit. Like if
Yeah,
someone
but,
else has
I mean,
300.
I can give 300.
Stefan has
I
gold
have-
to spare.
I have gold to spare. Don't worry.
I have 3,500.
Stefan, even after that, will have more gold
Yeah.
than most
If
of you.
Sarah pitches in 500, I say we call it even.
Okay, I'll
she
pitch
said
in
she has
500.
3,000.
No,
Yeah, she has
no.
3,500.
Just 3,500.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
can pitch in 5.
Yeah, let
you
her
can pitch in the rest of the
let her
6.
pitch it. Let her pitch in 1,000. That puts them both at like 2K.
Okay, yeah. That works.
Okay. I'll pitch in 1,000.
All right.
Let's see.
Do we have a note taker in the party?
So
notes.
Yeah, it's about to be a
Six
lot.
things.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Be
say.
a lot.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take notes.
So you're going to pay
65K?
5,500.
I'm paying 55.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Sarah's paying 1,000. So she'll be at 25K or 25,000 and you'll be at
2,800.
yeah.
Okay.
The Bank of Tiny is going broke.
Let me know when y'all are ready.
Who's the note takers?
You
It's
I got
Tiny
it.
and Joel. Okay.
Give me a second.
Now, I'm not doing this all in the Mephistopheles voice because that's
No,
No, I think-
you
That's,
No, no.
that's why that's too much.
Yeah, I think you
you
gotta
do.
add type shit after every
Yeah.
conversation. Like,
Type shit.
and
And then he slimed that one dude out.
He slimed
Slide.
them back. And then they all slid for home dog.
And fucking
And then this one shit.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah, that shit was, and I was in the back like, damn,
I said, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
no cap,
Couldn't be me.
Where the
pussy.
fuck
Okay.
is
No
my
balls.
notes?
Did you
So-
forget where your
Alright.
notes were?
No.
No, we got.
Okay. So the first thing he says to you is that right now the government is in a big kind of anti-rebellion phase because there's a lot of anti-war protesters right now, given the rising tensions. So half of the government is trying to not, go to war, and half the others like fuck it, like we got to establish ourselves as a country. So the half that's saying we have to establish ourselves as a country right now has split off into different branches of cults. Right now, what the cults are trying to do is stage attacks that look like they're from other countries as to provoke Sindor to go into war. So what the anti-part is doing is trying to find people and build up a rebellion to rebel over that part of Sindor. The Orcish Queen right now is on the pro-war side. Right now, what she wants is she wants to get all these relics for a boss of hers that Mephistopheles doesn't know, and wants to destroy Sindor so she can fucking take it over. The rest of the smaller towns are now being split into different kind of sections, whether they're going to be anti-war or pro-war. For example, Swiftfell was anti-war, so they sent the cult over to try to make it look like somebody attacked them. Similarly to Piton. Right now, there are dozens and dozens of cults. Y'all have just taken down 2 of them. A lot of them resemble different animals, and the animals that resemble them are often similar to their tactics. Exactly how the zombies were similar of a spider. They weave their webs, y'all walked into it, and y'all just so happened to get out. The owls watched y'all from a distance until y'all came into their home, and they, try to eat at you. So the owls are symbolic of the cult's strategies. They can't give you, they can't tell you what side the king is on because it's unknown. In fact, the devils can't even reach the king. But there are significant figures like Miss Gelmadante right now is anti-war. She does not wish to go to war with other countries, but she's now in between a rock and a hard place because she is the closest person to the king and can't get to him, so she's catching all the flack for it. The Gelmadantes have been weapon manufacturers for the government secretly for decades. They've been manufacturing weapons, which is how they amounted their wealth, and actively contribute to anti-war efforts to make it look like they don't. When they harbored all of the animal folk, they actually put them to work to make them manufacture all these different technologies, which is why Cupcake knows what she does. Her family lineage is they manufactured stuff for Gelmadante Industries. Sarah is the daughter of the Raven Queen. She was punished for a certain act that she did that's lost to history. The gods want Sarah because she's to be a conduit for something big. What else? Okay, Tiny is in fact the rightful heir to the Orcish city. His father fell in battle and he went to go live with giants, where he now lives with the spirits of giants. Smaug is alive and is in Fort Ironwatch, being tested on by General Scald because they want to replicate Dragonborns for the pro-war efforts. Let me see what else. Alfonso, you are actually the son of Marius Cadigan. Your mom had an affair with your uncle, and that is why you are a vampire who is now the lord of another country. What else? CJ, your dad and mom are both alive. Asmodeus did not wish to honor his contract as he realized that your father was going to complete it. So he cheated him out and added more souls since you were just a child and you did not have the skills to read over the contract. He added over souls, which there's no proof of, so you can't really prove it. So it would be in an insurmountable contract. Let me see what else. Jarl, your pirate ship was attacked by Zorvathil's sister. She wished to have a monopoly over space trade or astral plane trade. So Zorvathil's sister is now in charge of that, and she actually is residing in the city of Ern. You are in. What else? Your bloodlines. Let me think. Damas, your mom is alive. Your father passed in a dragon attack on a town. Your mother is still alive and lives in the Feywild. What else? Sarah, your brother. That is your brother. He doesn't have a name, as his name has been erased from all manuscripts, even ones in Mechanist, which is just heaven. Right now, he has been sent down as punishment to hunt you down, and once he successfully hunts you down and kills you, he will then be allowed to ascend back to heaven as the rightful heir to his mother's domain. What else? Cupcake was ingrained with certain blueprints at birth that she will unlock at some point, which is what Maul wants. Maul, all of you pertain to some domain, and Maul wants all of you in order so he can access it. Maul's plans are unknown, but it seems that the reason he took over the Beast Plains is because having access to all planes at once is something that he's interested in. Maul was originally a soldier in the War for Sindor. He served with a man named Drelar, who was mysteriously saved one day. Seeing this man, now King Dralar, saved. It made him have an idea to where people will no longer have to suffer. Maul has 7 generals, of which only a few are known. Right now, his most prevalent one is named Tyrion, who is right now planning an attack on the capital.
Let us just take a few moments to collect the jaws off the floor.
Here, I will post my notes in the general chat.
I'm a
and
bastard.
CJ, you did kill your brother.
No. That's my brother.
In case anyone wants it.
My brother wants to kill me. I have a brother. I have another brother. My brother wants to kill me.
Holy
They
shit!
should be in resource.
What the hell?
Demas, I drank with General Scald. I know him. I sat down and drank with him in a bar.
This is what I was able to type out. It's not complete, but it's a summary of what he just gave us.
Oh, roasted pancake.
Oh, and Mephistopheles will tell you right
Oh,
now.
shut up.
Ma knows you know all this because Ma can see into all the planes.
Goody.
You said pancake.
And he never
I just-
mentioned my brother.
I want to throw up.
You don't.
Oh,
It's
your
not
brother's
not your
name.
brother.
You said
Wait,
what?
we're all
Alfonso,
connected.
your brother's Lynn.
So,
We're all connected to a plane. Astral.
how did I not know?
Divine.
that?
Wait.
Family was
When I
involved.
hear
Hell.
when I hear of my brother or when I hear of the Raven Queen, does my body have
That's
like
also
a
the
visceral
reason you're all named
reaction?
after pastries when y'all never had them because part of your family was on the continent and,
Oh
had,
my
and
god.
had migrated north. So they named themselves after some of their favorite treats.
Oh my god.
What?
You're a slave family.
I'm a slave.
Yeah, owned by Alfonso's
Oh my
family.
God.
Stay on top, GG on top,
Family.
GG
Why
on
are
top.
you flexing? I could crush you, man.
Oh, also, I forgot about the technology magic. Gilma Dante Industries right now is trying to make the next big breakthrough in war tech. Since they're actively advocating for the war, your father's advocating for the war, your mother is not, which is why they don't see each other very often because they don't want to argue about it. They're trying to make a way to have weapons that have unlimited uses of magical abilities, such as Force Wall, Fireball, all that good stuff, to where no magic is needed. It can technologically replicate these magical effects.
So when the VOD comes out, I'm getting a transcript of what was said.
Yeah.
That's what I've been cooking up the last fucking 8-9 months.
Dude,
That
that's
was-
It was worth the money.
That was
That
worth 6,500 gold.
so worth it.
Caleb, did I word that like good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been better.
I could have been, but I
You didn't find out much about other countries' involvements, but
yeah.
Feel somewhat defeated.
Dude, I'm so fucking pale right now because of the goddamn screen.
There's so many anti-war cult or pro-war cults.
Like my dad.
Your
I'm a
dad-
bastard. I
forget
met
how
my
worse
brother,
bastards
who
are
was-
this.
I have a twin brother, and I met him without knowing.
You are a bastard son.
well, he's not your twin. He's older.
Oh, he's older. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
not twin, but I met my brother.
Daughter of the Raven Queen.
Yeah, that's
Zor-
insane.
Zoroaster's
crazy. We're not-
a villain.
We already knew that.
Yeah, we did know a little bit of that.
Who? You?
I knew that. I think.
No, but whenever I heard that Mish was the daughter of the Raven Queen, I was like,
The Raven
like,
Cream, yeah.
wait a minute.
the Raven
The
Cream.
Ravens cream.
The Raven scream. No, I'm shocked that CJ's parents are alive.
Yeah, and
Not
And
even
my
Demas
dad's
is-
parents.
Oh,
I put
also,
it- I put his spirit through my
Jaw, your
brother's
family sold you
face.
into the pirate's life.
Oh, it was sold to the pirate.
Yeah, you got sold.
Oh, you're also a slave.
Above table. How did I not know any of that?
Because why would they tell you that?
Well, okay.
Yeah, why would you were born while they were slaves? They
You were
wouldn't
like
really
a
want-
you were like a wide-eyed kid, everything's so you were like autistic. Like I'm not gonna tell an
Yeah,
autistic kid,
you're right.
you're a slave. You're a slave.
That's true. She's just so shell shocked right now.
That's why your family is so against like new technologies and stuff, and they don't want
hell
you to
no.
pursue that.
Oh man.
My dad is living with giant spirits.
Yeah.
You're the
Wait, what about my
heir
adopted
to the
father?
Orc City.
Your dad's in Valhalla. If you didn't put it together, your dad's in Valhalla.
He's with my lord.
You know, what about my adopted father?
That's not technically your bloodline, so.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
That's why you didn't say anything about where my people are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to add
But
like
what-
pertains to us, but I guess
Yeah, but
How many
it-
planes are there? I know you got the celestial
Seven?
plane.
7 or
other
8.
plane.
7, 8, 9.
I'm trying to figure out what everyone would be associated with, because so I'm astral, Sarah would be divine, CJ is Hell's,
I'm
Jupiter would be the beast plane.
There's 16.
Yeah.
Is there like a dragon plane?
I think it's just the material plane.
A plane of atrocities.
There's
we have-
a fire. There's a fire plane.
Yeah, and then
That's
Tiny
pretty
would be the
good.
giants.
You forget what
where his
kind. You
father-
forget what kind of dragon.
Red
He is a fire dragon.
a red.
He's a red
Fire
dragon.
So fire
There's a
plane.
fire dragon.
Yeah,
There's a fire
and then
plane.
Tiny is his dad's with the giants in Valhalla. That's another plane. I'm
The
a
loincloth
vampire.
plane.
Also, we're gonna end the session there so we can talk about this stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Bruh, I'm so shell shocked.
Yeah, and I'm editing the episode there.